Hey guys, I was jamming to the song. Sorry. I'm waiting for Kendall. All right, let me catch up on the chat. How is everybody? Hi, Nicole and Stevie in Boston. Hi, Steph. Hi, Cece, and welcome, Cece. Willow. I don't. I'm just gonna call you Willow because I'm gonna say that name all kinds of wrong if I even try. Welcome, welcome. Hi, DJ. Hope everybody is having a good hump day. Today is I hate to say today's the first day I've slowed down because I didn't even slow down today. But Stevie, Bree, do you know if my comments will be while the fancy is here? Just a warning, you probably don't need. I hear you. I know, guys. Hey, Rebrand. Rebrand, I think you're the queen of multitasking because you are always multitasking. Hey, Jody. Ellen Dragon, hello, my friend. So, yeah, Steph, it's a good week. I had an amazing weekend. I'm just exhausted from the weekend, and let's make sure we keep everybody in Florida in our thoughts and prayers. If you pray or well wishes or positive vibes or whatever it is you believe in, because they're getting really slammed. And my son is down there doing recovery work. He works with the linemen, and they put them up in Orlando at a hotel. So they're riding this freaking storm out. So I'm a little panicked. And he didn't text me to tell me. I found out from his sisters yesterday. And when I said something to him, he said, and this is why I didn't tell you. So he's a little shithead. And I'm just totally kind of freaked out. Rebrand, well, it's only me and I have a big house and a lot of maintenance and critters and winter is coming. Rebrand, I feel that. I went out, it was beautiful today. It's like 80 degrees. And that's weird in Texas to be able to mow in the middle of the day. But I went and mowed the property this afternoon and just spent a couple hours out on the mower and playing with the ducks and everybody else. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Journey. Oh, I love my Journey. Journey, one of these days I'm coming to Australia and you're going to have to give me a tour. It's my dream vacation is Australia. And I imagine this is going to be hopping. So if I have to throw in more mods, I can. I did not think to message my mods to come in. Hi, Aubrey. Hello. And the turtle. Hello. So, and it's going to be a few things. I've got things I want to address of things we've been finding out and some little things that are being said over on Reddit in some different places and people that want to lie. You're not going to lie. You're not going to lie on me. That's for damn sure. And you're not going to lie about me and get away with it for damn sure. And so we've got some things we're going to share. Kind of trying to wait Kindle to get here. And I know that Bree wanted a chance to clarify some things that are being said about her. And I have no problem with that because basically at this point, I feel like I'm Switzerland. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I don't care what side you are. I'm going to say so. Evidently, there was some stuff that had gone on and it was talked about on the live that I did with Fancy the other night. And I really had no idea what they were talking about. And Bree wanted to clarify. So I have no problem doing that. Since I was on a live and it was streaming on my channel as well, where it was brought up, I think that's only fair. Because I don't know. I did listen to the clip and I do agree with what Bree said. You have to listen to it pretty closely. You kind of have to try to tune out the other voices. It helps if you put some headphones in. It is exactly how she's trying to say that it was said. So I have no problem giving her a chance for that. Stevie, I don't think so. I mean, I am going to open it up for people that want to come up. Right now it's going to be me and when Kendall gets here, and I'm going to let Bree come up. When it's with Bree, no. Out of respect, I think we're going to not have those two definitely on the panel at the same time. Do we have rules? Same rules as always. Be respectful. That's all I ask. Here, see, look, Boston, we just had this conversation yesterday, and here I am saying the word. And she said, yes, you're doing so good at not saying the word, and then here I go. Hey, Planty. If I didn't already say hey, I know I seen you, but I don't know if I was in the middle of a sentence and did not say hey. If I did not, or if I already did, please forgive me. So, who y'all gonna, okay, let's not give me anxiety first thing. Because y'all, I have so much happening and so much going on from so many different directions. Let's see. So I was just sent something, and this is what I'm going to ask, guys. You don't have to like fancy. Don't attack in the chat, okay? Um, please, because this isn't about fancy, and I don't even think what Bree needs to deal with is about fancy, right? Hey Harley, my friend, are you good? You stay safe, honey. You're kind of in danger zone. Um, I want. Oh Lord, I don't even know how to. Can we just all be nice? Y'all, look, y'all, I am really got a lot going at me, right? It's been about a week's worth that this stuff with Crafton. That's what I'm gonna call him. Crafton and Rez and Belle have come out. And they can sit over there and say they had no idea. Well, I've seen the proof that they knew a lot more than what they said and the shit they've been doing. And they sure are trying to work overtime at deleting shit. And newsflash, Crafton saves everything. Everything. So let me go ahead and deal with this part real quick because there's a Reddit post about me knowing them for years. And if it was bad for her knowing them a couple of months, look, she was in a chat for 8 months. Get over yourself. It wasn't a couple months, it was 8 months, and it was deep, dark shit y'all were pulling. However, yes, I've known Crafton and Kim since 2021, I believe it was. And I was a mod for them. I was a member to their channel. I have sent them cash apps. I have sent them extra funds to help them when things were tough. And I have supported them. Yes, I knew about the first attack in 2022 because they're my friends. I am actually friends with them both. I stayed connected and in all of that because of my friendship with Kim. Because here's the thing. I supported the victim. And her telling and how she felt all that went down at that time. Did I believe it? Did I agree with it? No. But I supported my friend. However, were you friends with Kim? Nope. Did you ever try to be friends with Kim? Nope. I hear you, Stevie. I promise I understand what you're saying. Please just kind of give me a break, please. That is not what I wanted to do with that. Hold on. Why is my phone being so stupid? There we go. Boss, I'm making you a mod to help me out a little bit because we have Steph and Rebrands here, but Rebrand is multitasking. Right, Steph. See, Steph was there for all of that. And Stevie, and we love you, and I get it. I get it. Hi, Dreamer. So, yes, guess what? I supported them for a couple of years. Them as the couple. Because you know what? A victim always has to be supported no matter what is going on. Kim has her reasons. Kim has her reasons for staying married to him all this time, staying with him. And guess what? At any point, at any time, we ignore the red flags in those relationships because of whatever reason within us, right? That's her story. Hey, 420, my friend. Hey, Positive Poison. Look, I'm missing people. I know. Hold on. Hi. Didn't I say hi to Aubrey? I think I said hi to Aubrey. Hi, AA. Hi, Jan. Right. Step right here. Crafton says everything. So these women, these lunatics, think that they're getting away scot-free. You're so cute. You're so cute. Do you know the story of him flipping on all of his friends to save his own ass and testifying in court against all of them? and giving up all the communications. Do you know that story? Maybe you want to go look up Lana Ariani, Truth and Transparency, here on YouTube. Hi, Crystal. I'm not. Do I have that? I don't think I have it blocked, Crystal. I think it just automatically does that. But my mods are really, really, really good at catching stuff if I might miss it, or well, I am going to miss it because trust me, I'm sitting here trying to think and stay on track because let's face it, I have so much going on in this brain right now. See, Steph was here, 420 was here. They were all a part of that community, the Krama community, guys. They know this story. So this whole thing going on with Crafton and these women is just reminiscent of what he's done so many other times. Alamu, is it? I am going to butcher this name. Alamoose. I love it. Haley. Yeah, I'm so going to miss people. Look, there's Kendall.
Hey. I'm so sorry.
I'm already having to say Stevie behave. I need to have a clip that I just play every time I see Stevie say something, that I can just play a video that says Stevie behave. We got to do something. Make something.
I love her. I've been running around my head cut off. I've been avoiding that phone call all day.
And it was really for something important.
It really was. And it was just literally they changed the locks, and I needed a new key so I could get in the morning. I thought they wanted me to come into work. I wasn't answering that call.
So I hadn't got, because I knew you were going to do that, but Bree is going to come up. She wants to explain the incident of them claiming she's racist. And
Bree's racist?
Right.
Bree's
That's
not racist.
No, not at all. So it was brought up when I was on Fancy's panel the other night, and it was streaming over here. And because I'm clueless as to what the fuck's going on, I don't even know where these channels are that she was on. And so, okay, hold on. So saying I hate, let's just not be hateful. We hate the racism agenda. We hate people being racist. Line jumper, behave. She is not racist.
Who?
They're trying to say Bree's racist. They're not. Y'all are going to be nice in the chat.
I've never heard. What am I? I don't know. I'm so lost, but I don't know a Bree being racist. I don't know what y'all were talking about, so I'll just sit and listen.
Boston did tell me exactly what she said. I went and listened to the clip. And it is exactly what Boston said it was. So,
hey everybody, I just now seeing your comments. Hey.
I this drink bleach whore need to change your name to come back, please. I don't like that name. I think that that's being very threatening to anybody and any you might be. So please change your name.
What?
Yeah, their screen name is Drink Bleach Whore.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. No, I'm listening to the full clip, Jan.
Yeah, if someone is saying that Bree is racist, then Bree definitely needs to, which I'm sure she probably has. But
and I'm actually, because you have the stuff, you might be able to work on this to clear it up to where they can hear it better. Mm-hmm. I'll send it to you. Well, actually, I'm gonna play it in a minute. I'll send it to you. You're killing me.
What is there a voice clip or a video? What are you?
It's a video.
I'm lost. Tell me what's going on.
Okay, so Bree was on a panel. Is Bree here yet? Oh, Harley, please stay safe, honey. I'm so worried about you. Yes, you can change your YouTube name. Yes, you can. I'll ignore it for now, but that is kind of a threatening type of name, so that you need to. I mean, if you can't change it, it's because you've just recently changed it. But, hey, Katie.
Okay, explain to me now, because I've
Okay.
not heard anything about Brie being racist.
So she was on somebody's panel and they were arguing and they called her a racist, and she's getting worked up and she's trying to say, and she's saying some of my closest people, I think is the word I don't know exact wording, or, and as they're screaming at her about being racist, she says black, and then she doesn't really take a pause as she goes to talk, and she says bitch. And so it sounds like, when you first listen to it, it sounds like she's calling her a black bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And when you stop and listen to it, and Boston said put headphones on. I didn't do that. I just put my phone up to my ear and just really listened to it over and over and over again, and I can hear exactly what they're saying was said. It's
But you hear that there's a pause, or you hear that she said
you
black
can
bitch?
you can hear that she's saying the people closest in my life are black, and she just kind of keeps talking. And so
Okay, so
there's no
that
pause
just
in
don't
between
sound
black
like
and
Brie. Me
bitch.
and Brie don't see eye to eye about a lot of things,
Right.
but
And I've said
that don't sound like Brie.
live in the now. I am here for the facts. How is everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Because you're new, I believe. I don't think I've seen that name. Welcome to everybody coming in. If I am missing anybody, I'm trying to kind of get going. If Bree pops in, guys, let me know and I'll drop the link for her. And look, even if she was calling her a black bitch and they're arguing, let me ask all this. Let me ask this from the chat and y'all can answer. Would that be considered racist, or is that just considered her calling somebody a bitch? I mean,
What if she put the word black in front of it?
yes.
Yeah, I would think that would be racist.
Because some people are going to see it as racist and some are not. And so I can totally understand why it would be taken that way.
Yes, that would definitely be racist,
Okay.
but I just
So
don't see that
y'all
coming
do
out of
that?
the
Okay.
Brie that I know.
So, because that's why I kind of wanted to see what everybody was thinking on that, if that's how it would be taken as being racist. I have absolutely never heard Bree say anything racist, ever. I've never even heard clips of
I
anything
think
racist.
racism is a touchy subject
It
that
is. It
is
is.
used a lot of times when it has no reason to be used in situations.
Right.
But yeah, I would like to hear this.
It can be a virtue signal kind of situation, I believe.
Yeah. But if
Um,
it's like you're saying, is there a difference in the pitch? I don't know. I would just have to hear it. And maybe I can clear it up on my software if I mean, I'm not going to change it. It is what it is.
yeah, because you did that on the one that they thought wasn't it fancy, that was on Mama Ramblings. You went through that clip and cleaned it up because
Yeah, well, I with my software I can take out background noise, I can take out other voice, like other tones of voices. And it doesn't change what's said, it just removes
right.
other tones.
So this is what
But
it
it
looks
just doesn't, without me hearing it,
like. So
knowing Brie, and like I said, me and Brie don't agree on a lot of things, but I don't know Brie to have ever been racist. Or even I've never heard anything that could even been taken that way.
I'm going to send it to my computer because I had literally just gotten it before I hit live. Um,
Boston says it's very clear and it don't even need cleaned up.
yeah, I mean, it takes a little bit to listen to in order for it to, because they are screaming over each other. Like it's pretty intense.
Which is never productive. Here's the
No.
thing. And like I said, I know racism is very touchy, but here's the thing, especially for, a white girl. Like the first thing most of us white folks do when someone comes at us and calls us racist is like, well, the first thing we want to say is, I'm not racist. And then what do you want to do? You want to defend yourself. You want to say, no, my friends, like, as you know, I have a daughter-in-law that's black, or soon to be daughter-in-law. Some days she's going to be, some days they're not together, anyway. And that's the first thing that a white person wants to do is defend themselves and say, I'm not racist because I have black friends or I have black family members. And it comes across as defensive when we really shouldn't have to defend ourselves. You either are or you aren't.
Right.
And that's just how I feel about it. But I just feel like we always feel like we have to defend ourselves by proving it by, oh no, we have Black friends or we have Black family members. And, you know, it's just a very touchy subject.
And I agree with Bree Brand here. We are, because of the tensions in our country at this point, any little thing can be perceived that way. And so I do think people are on eggshells about what they say. And I think
Mhm.
that people look for a reason to claim things like
Yeah,
that.
I
And you
absolutely agree
think
with that. I believe it's a card
racism,
that's used way
mhm,
too much because
and
when
I
there
think
is real racism,
racism and the pedo thing are two things you just don't play with
mhm.
when it comes to accusations, because it really puts people in a bad spot and in danger. And
Let me say this though, like, um, you know, Des is Black, and I thought, as a white girl, I thought I knew what racism was. I thought, of course, I've not lived it in the sense that I know that a lot of Black people do. Well, probably most Black people, and I did not realize until Des become a member of our family, and we would just go into a normal store, and all of a sudden you could see people watching us only. And she didn't look shady, she didn't have big backpacks, or anything, like big purses or anything. It was only because of the color of her skin we would be watched in certain stores. And I remember when she was younger, me going off on people like, what are you looking at? So I got to experience it firsthand through her eyes of what it really is, and what a lot of Black people deal with that I'd never had to deal with. I just don't believe it should be a card that's used just because you want to hate on someone. They either are or they're not.
Nick Lee says, I thought it sounded questionable when I first heard it. Hold on, when I first heard it, but I know Bree's not, so I did what Boston told me to and put headphones on. And I think a lot of times when things are heated, we do miss some of the words that are being said
Hmm.
in that. Um, and for me, I mean, I grew up, obviously, I'm a white girl. I don't know who Jessie Ray is. Hold on. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not a fan of Brie. Is she coming up here?
She should be, yes.
Yeah, she's here.
Okay, Brie, can you come up, please?
Oh, wait.
So what's this going to be about, hon?
Uh-uh.
Let's put this out first. I don't want to be a big screaming match up here.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying that what she said, I heard what she said, and she meant what she said. And that was racist.
Did you listen to it with headphones, or because I don't hear
Yes,
what you're saying?
I have the video and I have the recording because
Well, I'm
someone
fixing to play it.
actually gave me the recording and I heard what she said. I heard it first time.
I can't give it. Like I said, I know Brie. I don't think nothing about Brie is racist, but I want to hear it before I go head to head with somebody, to whether I'm defending or saying, okay, you're right. I just don't. It doesn't match the Brie I know. But
Okay.
we're not going to have no battle up on the panel.
Yeah, now right now, let's kind of get through it, and then if we need to have an open discussion, we'll do that. I'm just going to ask that people not scream and holler and be nice and respectful. We can debate. You know what I mean? So, all right.
Let's hear it, and then let's let
Yeah.
Brie up. She has a right to say her.
Okay.
She has a
So
right to give her side of it.
here in a minute, Jesse, I'll ask if you want to come back up. Okay.
All right.
All right. So let me. Lord, the comments jumped. Hold on. Let me. I got it, guys. I got it, guys. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Did Bree miss the link?
No, nobody's coming up with Brie. She's not going to be attacked over here.
See, I'm kind of like just another troll here. I feel this way too. That's why I asked how everybody else saw it. She says, I'm whiter than white, so who am I to comment? But is calling someone a black bitch really racist? It's a shitty thing to say, but is it truly racist? I don't think so, and I don't fuck with Brie. So, I mean, I see that's because that's where my mindset is, but I'm like, let me see kind of what everybody else is thinking because we all
No,
have
I think it is a racist comment, but I just want to hear if Bree said it or not. I want my own opinion about it.
Yeah, I mean, I caught that, guys. That's why when I said she wasn't going to fight with her, she was like, oh. I'm trying to see if I've missed comments. Is that you, girl?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No,
Okay.
she's.
I'm gonna do this. Okay.
Okay, so let me let me play the video that you had.
How do I make it to where I can see everything else, like the chat and stuff? Oh well, I ain't worried about the chat. It's okay. I can turn it on my computer. Oh my god. Okay, I'm here.
All right, so I have the video that you sent that's on your channel. So let's go towards the end of it.
Yeah, and I have two different. Like I have like I think I put one that's the regular version, and then one where it's a little slowed down. And I
Oh,
know if you slow it down too much, like the way Morbid did, like you won't even. Some of the words go completely missing. By the
yeah,
way.
they do because I listened to his too. Okay, let me. Okay, so Kendall, if the chat say anything, because I'm not looking at the chat screen, I'm looking at the video thing, so I can pause it. If they can't hear it, let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
Person and you're out for humanity, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say to you because I still think you're a racist piece of shit. But if you are really decent and you care about humanity, then tell
No, you know what? I don't even care what you gotta say. Fuck you. Fuck you for saying that. No.
I still think
No,
you're a
the most
racist
important
piece of
people
shit. So fuck you.
No.
Say to you because I still think you're a racist piece of shit. But
Okay,
if you are really decent and you care about humanity, then tell
No, you know what? I don't even care what you gotta say. Fuck you. Fuck you for saying that. No.
I still think
No,
you're
the
a
most
racist
important
piece of
people are fucking black bitch. No.
Okay, I heard it. The most important people are black.
Yeah, that's
Right,
what
and
I
what
heard.
you don't hear family. I mean, you don't hear in my life. You hear the most important people in my, and then the thing is, who's screaming over me, so you don't even hear my life. You don't. I mean, you don't hear most of the people in my. You don't hear life.
It kind of sounded like the mic might have clipped out a minute when you said
Right, life,
but
and then all fucking black, bitch. That's what I said.
yeah, that's what I hear, guys. That's
I don't know who's calling me, but I don't know.
let's see.
Can you hear me still? Because somebody's calling my phone. I'm not gonna answer it, but
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you. I can't hear that.
okay. Shoot, are y'all able to hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you, bro.
Are you there?
I'm not sure what happened.
Can you not hear us? Can you hear
Can y'all
us?
hear me?
Yeah. She can't hear
I don't know
us.
what happened.
Oh, she was on the phone. Her phone was ringing, so it's
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear anything.
Uh-oh.
Shoot. I don't know.
Okay, can we hear you now?
I don't know what happened.
Can you hear us? If y'all are texting her, tell her to leave out and come back in. It's because her phone was ringing, I think.
I'm not sure what happened.
Do I need to text her that we can still hear her?
I can.
Yeah.
Oh, you can hear me because I don't hear. Oh, now I hear y'all. I didn't hear. Okay, I couldn't hear y'all for like the last 4 minutes. Like somebody
because your
called my
phone
phone.
rang.
So
Yeah, if your phone was ringing, it probably.
okay, I can hear y'all
Okay,
now.
I
No, I don't know
I
what
didn't
happened.
hear what they're saying. She supposedly said.
Well, they
Yeah.
think that I said you're B black B. That's the thing I said. But the thing is, okay, so when I'm saying the rest of my sentence, which I don't know who's hold on, I gotta answer this because they're blowing up my phone. I don't even know who it is. Ugh, it's so annoying.
I don't. So I don't know what this means. Y'all may
Okay,
have.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I don't. They don't have an answer.
So
So
what
she's
does
saying
this?
"f you." She's saying "f you" over and over. So I think, and I'm saying or effing black. So I'm wondering if you and or like kind of like makes it sound like you're. I don't know. They thinking I said your, but I
Well,
never.
do you think the software you have will pull the voices out when you hear just breeze? Can you do that?
Even when they did that,
Yeah.
I have one like that's kind of like that. But here's the thing. Okay, this is the way I kind of like was trying to explain it yesterday. Like, imagine if they're okay. Say if they say in that I said that, that means that I said, the most important people in my, and then I just stopped talking. Like I just decided not to finish that sentence, and then I said, because right after, if you play it all the way through, it says, if I said what they say, and you're black, B, no, I say no right after. Why would I say that? Doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like I'm like no, you're not gonna like. That's what I'm going on to say. Like no, you're not gonna call me that or whatever I say. But I say no right after like that. It doesn't. Why would I stop at my and not even finish my sentence? That doesn't even make any sense.
So where did they even come up with this thing of you being racist? Why were they calling you racist to begin with?
Oh, I mean they weren't that day, but no. Oh, because okay, no.
They
This is
were
the reason.
screaming. They were screaming racist
Yeah,
at
yeah,
you.
yeah.
What was
No,
that
this is
about?
the reason. The day before, and again that day, I was saying, I was using the example. I was like, okay, people that have like expressive personalities and like they're very emotional or like they get excited and then I was like, as well as people of women of color specifically, they get it worse than even somebody that's mean and it's like expressive. People like whenever their tone will raise, whatever their voice will raise, they'll start being accused of being angry or mad. And I was explaining, I was like, and that's what I was saying. I was like, so because people kept on telling me to calm down, but I was calm. And actually, there was black women in the comments that day saying, "No, Bree is right. But somebody, this another white person actually, Michelle, she was like, that's stereotyping. And I'm like, no, no, what's happening to them is stereotyping. Me saying that isn't stereotyping. What happens to women like that are black is that's the stereotyping. But I use that and I use the two examples because I mean they get it worse. To me, black women have it worse than even me when if I start to raise my voice, like they are very much stereotyped that way. So I use that example as well because it's more understandable that way.
I have a friend
Mhm.
that told me that in school her mom would tell her, and I was totally confused when she was telling me this. I'm like, why would she say that? But she was like, her mom would tell her, you can't, raise your voice and you can't get loud and you have to be quiet and shy and keep your mouth shut and don't defend yourself and blah, blah, all these things. I'm like, but why? That makes no sense to me. She's like, because I'm black.
I
And
know, and it doesn't. It's so.
stereotyped to be loud and
Hmm.
blah 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 blah. And so my
Hmm.
mom didn't want me doing that so that I wouldn't, have issues in school. And I'm like, that's just weird to me. I because I'm, let's face it, I'm white. Newsflash, I'm white. So I've never seen that side. I didn't understand that as being a thing that they had to face.
And
So
they do.
they absolutely
Yeah.
do.
And I relate to that only because I'm one of those people that have a I mean I talk with everything. I talk with my head, my hands, my
Right.
um
Well, that's the Southern Cajun thing in us. We like Italians. We going all over.
right. And people always tell me to calm down even when I'm calm. Like I feel it inside that I'm calm. But like right now I'm loud. I'm just a loud person. So I was using that as an example and I didn't even know she was person. Well, she's not. She said yesterday she wasn't black. I didn't think she was anyway, but she's Latina. But and that's fine because either way it wouldn't matter. Like I was not. Oh, and this is the reason even before that though, because of a picture that I made of Nina, which is it was a dolphin, not a zebra. And Becca Scoop said it was a zebra, but it's clearly a dolphin, and it was because of her fake laugh, not her real laugh, her fake laugh. When she was like making fun of Ken or something one day, she made this like a fake laugh, and it sounded just like a dolphin. So months and months and months and months and months and months ago, I made this Dolphina, like it was called Dolphina, like because Nina Dolphin, and I used all her like the mouth is Nina's, the eyebrows are Nina's, like I didn't do anything. There's nothing racist about it, but they turned it in. They said that it was a zebra, and I didn't even know that zebras were racist, but they started saying that that was a zebra, and it's not a zebra, it's a dolphin. So that's another reason they said I was racist. But it's not a zebra. Oh, and then the troll thing, they said that I put her in a gorilla suit, which is a effing lie. Like I would never do that. And it's I've even proved to them that it was a troll, not a gorilla. But I mean, I can't win.
Bree, it's not a
Yeah.
fight. You're going to win. Here's the thing with this kind of stuff is the ones that heard it and we hear what it actually is, and we know you're not racist.
I
And
know.
I, like I said before you got here, you and I do not agree on a lot of things.
Right.
But I did not hear what some of these people are saying
I
they
didn't
heard.
either.
But you're not going to convince them
This
any
right
different, because even if they know better, they're still going to say what they did. You defending yourself, and I get you wanting to
Exactly,
defend
Newport.
yourself, but
Hmm.
it's mute.
So here is an
You've said
amazing
your piece. They're going to continue to say their bullshit.
Kendall. Here's
Period.
an amazing comment. Newport says all you have to do is consider the context. Bree was upset. She was being called a racist. So why in the world would she follow it up with black bitch? Makes no sense. That
Right.
well, and they didn't say the word. I said the word. So don't come at them. You can come at me. I'm not calling anybody that. I'm just saying what was said, people. But that right there, I mean, here's the thing. And somebody else asked a while ago. It was just another troll. And if Bree turned on Gypsy, would people still hate her the way they're hating her, and would still support her the way they're supporting her? And that's a good point, because we know I'm sitting here right now. Kendall and I are sitting here,
Yeah, we're proof of that.
proof that when you take a different stance, people do turn. And now, I'm not turning on Christian Gypsy, guys. My position still stands on that. I am just taking a different position with Fancy than what I was, because I'm not fighting with her. I'm just done.
And guess who we're still very close to?
Yeah,
Still
shocker.
very close to Christy.
And
But
so, but
nothing about Christy and
lost,
Gypsy has changed.
we've
We will
lost
not have those conversations with Fancy.
we've lost people, and we hear the bullshit, and we're getting the flack because of it, because we don't want to take on the fight. So we know if Bree was to come out and say, I am no longer friends with Gypsy and I am done with this and blah blah blah, the haters at least would quit hating on her so much. They would probably make fun of her, but we know because we've seen them do it.
Yeah. Bree, I think you've said your piece. Like I said, those that heard the truth, we know what it is. Those that want to make it something it's not, you're not going to say anything to convince them.
Did we lose you, Bree? I think we've lost her. So just another troll says, some of you people have let your hate and disdain for Gypsy Rose take over you and blind you. I don't support Gypsy, or I bet that's or Bree, but let these women live their lives. Nothing you're doing is working.
That was mine and Brandy's thought about all of it is just what we were doing wasn't working. If those want to come at us and do what they do, they can. We don't care. Our life is a lot more peaceful.
Big Betty, which one of my mods are you saying is racist?
Mods?
Yeah, she's saying one of my mods is racist.
Who?
I don't know.
No, Bree, we can't
I'm
hear you.
probably way behind in comments. I'm trying to catch the comments.
No, Bree, we can't hear you.
Okay, so In the Dark says this is all because Bree asked Wild Bird, would she say that to Bree if she were a person of color?
Like I said, it's a very touchy subject, and I mean I understand in our day and time why
Chad
it is.
is insane right now. Chad is absolutely insane. You have in the Dark says you have Boston in here saying she's a racist, and that's your mod Bree, and your own mods Bree are laughing. She called a person of color a bunch of monkeys. Let's be real here. How can you stand by that? Because I don't have any clue what you're talking about.
We know Boston, and we know Boston's being snarky because of the comments
more than
that's
likely
coming out.
Yeah, more than
so if
likely
Boston did say that,
she was
we
being
know
smart
her.
ass. She was being
It's because
smart
of all these ignorant comments that's coming up here.
But I don't know the other things you're talking about. That I don't know. Because here, guess what? I don't watch everything. That's what's funny is people think I see all this shit and then I'm supposed to. Yeah, I don't see it. That's why even
Okay, why is a monkey racist? Why is saying a monkey racist? What the hell are you people talking about?
All right. Okay. Can y'all hear me?
yes,
Okay, so
Oh,
the Boston thing, because I keep seeing people in the comments. There was one time when Boston called, I think, Nina Ghetto. And here's and when and because they're saying I told my African American followers to ignore Boston. No, what I said was okay because you see I'm from New Orleans. Like I don't know, it might be different other places, but down here I know for damn sure like we use ghetto and so many different like ghetto doesn't specifically mean
for us,
black.
ghetto. Yeah, ghetto is just
why does ghetto mean black?
for us.
Is that where that's going?
Yeah.
That's what they were mad. So one of my followers told me, which let me just say this: there were some people that I had a falling out with. It was so stupid, but they were with those people. So for me, it was like she found an excuse to stop coming around. But that's fine either way. Even though she would still come around and pop in whenever she wanted to and say something and leave again. But I told her I was like, well, Boston's not always here. I was like, because I still wanted her to come around. So I wasn't saying for her to just ignore Boston. I was saying like I'm not going to tell Boston that she can't.
Your mic is giving you fits. So
Listen, in Tennessee, ghetto means trashy. It ain't got
yeah,
nothing to do with white or black. So I
that's what it
don't know if
means.
that's a northern thing or a western thing, but it's not a Tennessee thing.
It ain't a Texas thing either that I've ever heard. I
It
mean,
means
trash.
trashy, overdone. I mean, what? There's even a country song. I like my women a little on the trashy side, and I picture a trashy ghetto type woman, but never in my mind is that a black woman.
Yeah. So just another troll is part of the
Hi,
Chroma.
Carly. Ghetto means trash.
Just another troll is part of the Chroma community. We've been around each other for a while. And she says, I have been part of many anti-communities. When you start to become worse than the monster you hunt, you've lost the battle. I said
Good
this.
words.
I said this when we were going after Natasha and calling her out. When we started becoming worse than her, I was done. I've done this with many of them. I have stood and been calling out the bad behavior. And when you start crossing that line, I walk away. I did the same thing recently with, I hate saying our side because we were on the gypsy side of things, and the people on that side that aren't even on that side, technically, they don't like anybody, were becoming worse than what they were calling out. I'm done. I'm out.
Well, we even said on the live that we become somebody online that does not represent who we are in real life,
Right.
and we're not going to do that. I said and did things online and created things online that
Hold on. Is Jesse Ray being a total shit to y'all? Because I just seen something kind of snarky. Hold on.
who?
And I don't bully people if y'all want to be bullied. Bree, are you there? Bree is having hell. Oh, let's see.
Boston.
Am I gonna have to make a Boston Behave video?
No, she was talking about her curtains are ghetto.
Can you hear me?
There you are.
Can now.
I was waiting for you
Okay,
to come
no,
back.
let me tell you what someone's doing. There is someone that keeps calling my number from a Google number over and over and over.
Oh, so it's messing up your phone.
Yes. Like, but and I don't even know who this is. Now they're texting me. They're purposely trying to mess up my phone, I think. Oh, you mess up because my number got out from people.
Seriously.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I don't do anything to these people. And that Jessie Ray person, like, you see, it's like someone like her, like she heard the thing. Everybody, they know. You don't think that night, as soon as I said, you don't think they would have already been like causing an uproar? This wasn't until the next day. All of a sudden, it's like they went and tried to go over that clip over and over till they could find something to use against me. That's exactly what happened. And that's the thing is that day I was not supposed to go. I was supposed to talk to Starlight only. And then they let her and my boundary for myself, which I should have shared with her as well, with Skip, was I was not talking to wild bird because of what happened the night before. Like she kept it all peaceful until like right at the end. She like just like she did with that, she threw something in there to like cause a scene, like to cause a whole ruckus. Like that's
No,
exactly
I
what
don't
she
even know
did.
who
That's what
Wildbird is. This is
yeah,
why I
with
don't watch
somebody
these
who
people.
starts
I don't even
problems
have
with
a
a
clue
lot
who
of
that is.
people. And I was like, that was my own boundary. And I should have told Skip right when I came up, look, I do not want to speak to another person. Because right when I got in there, I was already like ambushed by like six of them in the panel, and nobody got muted. I just got yelled at for like minute and for a good little bit until finally, I don't know if I got out the live or it was echoing really bad. I forgot what happened, but it was like, oh my God, it was definitely overstimulating, which is why I started crying. It wasn't like I was upset at something that somebody said. It was just everybody was telling me to calm down, but yet like I was not the one that it was echoing. So I was trying to tell them that it's echoing as well as like get them off my throat. And like I kept on muting. It was just like, this is why I don't go on panels, especially on that side. I'll invite people over if they want to because we don't do that. Where I will make everybody mute, and if they unmute, I'll start to say, okay, y'all gonna have to get down then if you can't mute. Because I know sometimes you wanna like get in there and say something, but it's better to just not sometimes let the two people speak and that's it. And but that's not what happens to me if I go other places. So I usually will not. And I only went up there because I heard them saying I was racist. And I was gonna say this a little while ago, but my mic was working. I'm so thankful that my niece and nephew are 2 and 3 years old because I would hate for them to be on social media and them see something about me, people saying that. That would break my heart because they're Mexican, black, and white, and they're the most important people in my whole damn life. And that's what hurt me. That's what triggered me so bad because somebody said, "Oh, here she comes with the excuse I got a black friend." No, that's not what it is. Those people are so important to me. I can't stand a racist person. Like I think they're the worst people in the world. So it triggered me when she said that, honestly, and that's the reason I like cursed her out. Like I normally wouldn't do that, but I was just
Bree,
so
let me ask you
pissed.
a certain question, a specific question.
Uh-huh.
Is why do you let, and I get how triggering it is, and I get how it's human nature, but why do you give in to these people? Like, why do you
I've
engage
never
with
gone over there
them?
before. This was the first time I ever went over there before, and it's because she called me a racist. Anything else, I don't care. Like that's what I'm saying. If
So
you think I give in to him sometimes, I'm just a loud person and I get passionate. That was me getting mad. That was y'all seeing me mad because I've never cursed one out like that on panel before, ever. Like
so
that was me pissed.
I want to address this real quick from people because this keeps getting talked about. So evidently, this dank person says that they use the N word without the hard ER on the end of it. I'm going to tell you what, I don't care what fucking color you are, that N word should never be used.
Never.
Whether you are white, black, purple, and yellow polka dots, I don't give a fuck. That word should not be used. It needs to be removed from anybody's vocabulary because it is very negative and very ugly. And
She called me that.
huh?
Key, the girl Key, she actually called me that, but she was using it as a reference to a man. Because
See,
she
and
was like, yeah,
I hate that word. I
me
hate that
too.
word. It is disgusting. For me, it is a hard no. And I don't care what color you are. And I have told my black friends this. I think it is wrong. I think that it puts a negative connotation on you and on anybody else and shouldn't. Because guess what? If I said it as a white person to a black person, it's taken as racist. And I've got black friends that say they see it as racist no matter who says it. The word needs to stop. That word is not okay. Don't come at somebody because they say black and bitch in the same sentence when you're using the N word, period. Sorry. It's just not okay. Not fucking okay.
And the reason, actually, the night before, another reason I didn't want to get on panel with her is because the night before she was denying, like, fat shaming me, and then she was like, and then when someone told me she was on Starlight's Live, and then I questioned her, she was like, yeah, I admitted to it, and she's like, and I don't give a fuck, like, she didn't care, like, I was like, well, look, if you don't care that you did that, then why are you even on my panel? Like, I don't want to speak to you, pretty much, like, I think that's disgusting to use to go after me in that way. I
And
think
so,
it is. Like, I think it's
Barbara,
disgusting to find a clip like that on my live. It's just disgusting.
I don't even like, and I mean, I guess it's none of my business, but I don't even like when black people call each other that, and they do it like
like they're playing
like
around.
yeah, and I get it, but if you go back to the meaning of where the word originated and what it meant, like why would you do your own people that way? Like it's degrading.
To me, it's
I
just
mean, I guess they don't see it. A lot of them don't see it that way because I mean it's everywhere in our society. But and maybe me being white, I don't have a right to even give that opinion.
No, I think
but
it's them
it is.
reclaiming
It
that
is.
word.
And maybe I don't understand it in that sense. And maybe that is what it is. So,
Yeah.
I can say maybe I don't understand it. I just know of how it originated and how it was used to degrade. And just it doesn't matter who says it, I cringe. I don't care who says it.
It's like women calling each other bitch, like, and since it's supposed to be a bad thing, it's like reclaiming that word as women. I mean, not that I don't even know if I do that. I don't do it intentionally if I do call somebody
Yeah, I
bitch.
know. And we
But
did
you know what
do
I'm saying?
that.
But
And maybe that
it's like
is what
that.
it
I think
is.
it's
Maybe I
that.
just look at it different.
Right.
Or
No, I agree. I hate that word. I hate it so much.
maybe
But
me as a white person, I don't have the right to even give that opinion, but I cringe. No matter who uses it, I cringe.
Hey, Steph.
Hi, I come in peace, I promise. Um, like I don't follow this whole realm of things, but
My
I will
mod,
say this.
guys. Bree, this is my mod, Steph. Her and I have been friends for 5 years.
Hi. Okay, so when it comes to that recording, I don't follow all this this whole realm of things. Obviously, I just mod for Brandy, but so this is what I see. When I heard the clip, I didn't hear her saying it in a racist way. That's my opinion. However, this is the internet. Everybody's going to hear what they want to hear. They're going to run with what they run with. We just have to be smart enough to realize that who that person is as a person and
Right.
not as what these haters that are out here running around saying. I had to learn this in the long haul of things. However, on the opposite end, me playing devil's advocate, I can see how it can be taken in the wrong way. And in that way, I mean, alone, if you were to look at it that way, a simple apology. Look, I didn't mean it like that.
No.
I'm sorry.
Because
Maybe then everybody
That's
can
what
move
they
forward.
went to look for something. I refuse. I would not
I
apologize for
would.
something I didn't say. I'm just saying.
I understand that. I understand that, and I understand your defenses.
wait,
But if you, I can see how it
Actually,
can be taken both ways.
uh,
That's just
no. Wait, can I
y'all
please? I'm
climb.
gonna cut in
I
just for
Let
a
me.
don't
second
see
because
it
this is
as a
important.
racist. I didn't see it taking, and I'm not taking it in a racist manner whatsoever in my book. But I could, on the defensive, just be like, yeah, I guess they could see it that way. But again, that's haters looking for something to run with.
I actually want to because this is really important. Okay, this is another reason I want to apologize. Can you believe actually when I was explaining that whole thing about black women and how like they are constantly told to calm down and stuff, and which I would think most people of color know about that, but she took that as racist, even though that's definitely not. That's me taking up for people that do that to them. I even apologized for that. Actually, right before this happened, I shouldn't have apologized for because I had nothing to apologize for, but I did take the high road. I was like, look, I'm so sorry if you thought that I was saying that in that way. I was like, I truly did not mean that. And that goes right before that starts. She's like, well, I know you're a decent person, all humanity, blah, 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 but I still think you're racist. That's the reason I refused. Like, I literally just had to apologize to her when I didn't have to anyway. So I just apologized to her for nothing. And then no, I'm not taking that high road again because she did that on purpose.
But Bree has also dealt with since
Like, there's no
Pink
way.
Cat did this homophobic thing back in what, March? She
Okay,
has
like
dealt
I
with the
said,
misgendering
I I
thing.
don't normally follow like this genre of things. I don't like in me being an outsider, just hearing about this right now today, I don't see it as a racist remark in any means. I don't think it came out or she meant it in the way that people are perceiving it. However, once again, when you're on social media,
They're doing it on
people on
purpose.
the internet look to hear what they want to hear. They're gonna run with it.
Especially when it's someone they already tried to find problems with.
Right.
Right. And
Well,
and, and
I
in
get what
that
you're saying.
circumstance, it's up to you to let that or continue to feed into that, or it's up to you to just be like, they're fucking trash. That's what they are. Let them sit in the gutter.
well, it's the person that said, "Is there any black people? Like, is there any black people that you can ask or whatever?" that there was multiple Black people in the comments that day that actually was saying, people that aren't even on my side, that don't even care about me as a, like, you know, they don't even, that I'm my biggest fan. And they were all saying, no, y'all are misunderstanding. Bree is right. Wildbird is not, like, because when I was talking about the whole like interjecting or like saying that they're getting mad or angry or not calm, people, there were Black women. I actually messaged multiple of them, like just thanking them for like validating what I was saying so people wouldn't misunderstand. And they still, they did. It's like they were ignoring those comments. That's another reason. I know you don't
Listen,
know Steph, but
somebody
nobody has
that
apologized to
Okay.
me.
So hold on. Let me address this comment right here real quick.
Okay.
This group of white women, maybe you need a person of color's point of view. If you're white, it's not your place to say what's racist and what isn't.
As somebody
Okay,
that has
so hold
an
on,
interracial family.
hold. I'm going to mute you. Hold on. So you missed the earlier part of the conversation where I asked the chat how they viewed it. All of these white women in this chat said they saw it as racist. There were 2 of us that didn't. So I don't, if there's a person of color that would like to come up and give a feedback, please do. I will listen to you, because we're not saying the comment was or was not racist. What we are saying is that Bree did not say what she is being accused of
Right. And so it's
saying.
not racist if I didn't say what you're saying.
Right.
I said
It's not racist if it's not the word that's being said. So that is what we are saying on this. We are not trying to invalidate anybody's opinion of whether or not the comment would have been racist, because most in the chat felt it would have been. However, that's not
because
what.
they are all from that side.
Well, the ones from our side said if you would have said it that way, then it would
Yeah,
have.
that would have been racist.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You know,
I believe
Spotlight
it would have
was
been
even taken
racist
up
if you
from
would
me
have
and
said
told
what
she went
they
over there.
said. Yeah.
Yeah, if that's what I was saying, is that if I was looking at it from another perspective and, you know, just hearing what I wanted to hear, I could see how that would be able to be taking, or someone could take offense to it. However, I heard it as it was, as from my own words, I heard a little bit about, you know, my closest family, or friends or family, whatever she was meaning there, are Black, you bitch.
Right. That's
Yeah,
exactly. I
that's
was like,
what
the
I
most
heard
important people in
too.
my life. And look, we got a
And
few Black
and
people in the comments saying
and
that I'm
so
not, and I appreciate y'all.
Steph
Because I'm not.
is not a part of any of this, guys. Steph is not
I'm
on.
not.
She's not.
Yeah,
She
no.
doesn't follow any of this crap. Any of it.
Good
I
girl,
don't.
don't. You don't want to. You
Don't
don't
fall
want
down the
to.
rabbit hole. Trust me. Trust me. I'll be
Yeah,
your end and just feed you the details. It's fine.
well, we always say you're going to feed me the details, and we never do. So, like,
I
I'm
know.
seriously an outsider looking in on this situation, and I don't see how. I really just think it's people that hate Brie that are trying to
I've never had so many
build
people hate me in
a
my entire life. It's sad.
right. We all have haters out there. I have haters.
It is what it is.
I'll probably never get along with them. They'll never like me. They'll always look for something wrong that I say. And I'm probably being criticized right now, saying what I'm saying today on this panel, but I don't care because they are irrelevant to me.
Well, we
Right.
got to give them content stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
We got to give them
Well,
content.
that's the thing. Gypsy hasn't been online as much anymore, so they're
Right.
coming after me.
Yeah, she's kind of watching her P's and Q's right now, ain't she?
So here's
Yeah.
the guys. Pink Sands has made a few comments about the pictures and stuff. Look, there was a live, I don't remember what live it was, where Kendall and I talked about not being okay with the picture thing, and Bree explained that somebody had done the picture of her, so she did it back.
They've been having pictures done from about me since freaking March.
It's
Like,
back and forth that they all do with each other. I don't agree
It's
with it.
going to take
except
one
mine aren't
side.
personal though. Theirs are personal. They specifically find things about you that they know that you are insecure about, or that you don't like about yourself, or that's what they do and make pictures like that. Me, I took their face and put it on top of something that was it. I didn't make them
That's
into
what they're
something that they're
doing. They're
insecure about.
triggering
So
you to keep you going.
That
It's
is
going
a
to
good thing
take
too.
one
Oh, and I'm done
side
with
to
it.
stand up
I'm
and
done.
say, I'm not doing it anymore. I don't care what y'all do. Do you, but I'm
Yep.
not partaking.
And that's
And
where
that's
I'm
what me
at.
and
I'm
Brandy had to
done.
do. Do you? We aren't partaking.
Channing
And
has
it's
a question.
hard.
Channing has a question. Does the situation change being that Wildbird isn't Black?
Exactly.
Who's Wildbird?
Why would Bree call her a Black?
I know.
If she's not Black, then it really takes away from the fact that that was what they're saying Bree said. However, you listen, that's not what Bree said. So
No, it's not the same situation. If I would have called her you person of color B, that would have been different because she is Latina. But I said I didn't even say Black B, but
or if you would have said Latina bitch, That would
Exactly. No, because I didn't even know, because she's white passing, which is not a bad thing, by the way.
Oh, is that what that means?
White passing just means that like you.
Because somebody said that while ago, I'm not even know what that means. So y'all educate me. White passing means if you're light skinned, a person of color that's light skinned, so that you pass as being white. Is that what that means? Did I?
I don't know about that, but I will say that to me it makes it even more, because if she was trying to really insult the woman, she in her stating, I know she's Latina, why wouldn't she called her a Latina bitch?
Okay, Sweet and Sassy said, you guys don't and won't get it. I understand and I get it. If she would have said, you black bitch, that absolutely, I get it. But that's not what she said. What we're clarifying and arguing is that she did not say what they're saying she said. Oh, Lord, my husband's calling early. I'm
Right.
muting. Y'all take over. I'll be right back.
Okay. I like I was saying, I just really feel like if she really wanted to insult the girl, she would have said, the Latina with the B behind it. And that would have been a complete insult purposely directed on, her.
Right. Right.
But that's just me.
I don't
I have
know.
to
As
jog
long
in
as
the
Bree is got the stance that she's got and defending her friend as
Mhm.
she does, um, this is what they're going to do. They're going to pick her to death. They're going
Yeah,
to pick her to death,
Steph,
and it's not
she
going to
didn't know
change.
she was Latina at the time. Well,
Yeah.
even so, I mean, if it was a well-known fact that she's not really black, then how can uh, I mean, I get it, and I like I said, I come up here trying to see both sides of things, because I'm not part of this. I'm not. But
But Sassy,
in
can
my
you not see that
opinion,
that's
I
not what
don't
she
think she
said?
was being racist. I just don't. I don't think she was being racist.
Yeah, I don't hear that that was a racist comment at all.
I don't get
I
why
I'm
feel
sorry, Bree, they're
there was
picking you on purpose.
anything. I don't understand why race is coming into this anyway. I don't know why
like
anybody was screaming racist at someone
by
else or
saying this,
anything.
and then I'm gonna hop down because my phone is low on battery. So I'm gonna say this. I feel like a lot of people out here do enough in the way that they act, and um to use that as a leverage against people. I don't know why people want to automatically jump to this race card or female male card. It's ridiculous. This is social media. As an adult, if you can't get on here and be respectful and understand, we are all brought up in different realms, different aspects. We all have different beliefs, different religions. We are all brought up different. We're all going to look at things differently, and if we can't just at least listen and take into consideration somebody else's opinion on things without making it a big, huge fight, perhaps you shouldn't be here.
Like I said, a lot of people are just wanting more content, so they got to
Exactly.
pick
And
something.
that's
They
what it
just got
is.
to pick
It's a
something to
content
have
grab
something
for
to
more
cry
money.
about, something to make a video about. It's just
A content grab for more money. That's all it is. And I'm going to leave you guys with that thought. You guys have a wonderful
all
day.
right.
I'm going to put down. Bye,
Thanks.
Brandy. I love
Thanks,
you.
I love you, girl. I love it because she always sounds worked up. That's just how she talks.
Well, I wasn't expecting this to go this way tonight, but
Woo! I removed you, Bree. Come back. But no, I can't see. You're not even backstage.
she digs the link again. She says. Now, where was she? Where did all this happen at?
On
I am so out of the loop. I don't watch none of this crap anymore, so I don't
it's
even know who the new
channel.
players are.
I think the channel's called Wildbird or something. I don't know any of it.
I
I
am so
literally don't
glad that
boss
I am
up
so
any
removed.
because I have no idea. I dropped the link, guys. So I hope that while y'all are here for all of this, that you stay for the other shit I've got, because I got some good stuff I'm going to share. I got some stuffs. I got some stuffs.
Hey, Planty. I haven't seen you in a while, love.
Dreamer, you want to turn off your camera, babe, or do you want your camera on?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi.
So just to say two things, because In the Dark keeps on asking why did I ask
I think the
Wallbird
camera
that.
is
Okay,
on.
I have wait, Dreamer, I have explained that 3 times since I've been on this live. Like literally. And I know you've been in here, so maybe you just don't understand, and I'm sorry, but I've explained that 3 times. And there was people, what black women at that in the comments that knew exactly what I was trying to say, and they validated it. And to me, they're more important than someone that's not. I'm just saying it for that specific thing. So that's that. And then number two, I did see somebody. I don't know if it was in the back room or in the chat, but somebody said that she's not Latina or black. No, she yesterday said she was Latina. So I'm then not going to invalidate that. But she said, because people was like, oh, I didn't even know. And this is what I'll tell you what she said, which is racist. She said, oh, yeah, you wouldn't know because I keep myself well put together. That is racist. But
Oh,
anyways, yeah, that's racist, if anybody was wondering. But anyways, but yeah, she is Latina, though. I don't want to invalidate that. She's
I just
not.
want to make one statement. I just want to make one statement.
yes,
Go ahead,
ma'am.
girl.
I am a mother of two biracial boys, okay? And honestly, I expected racism from the whites. I got it from both. And let me tell you something, and I promise you, because racism is very triggering for me. Had Bree ever made any kind of racial statements, I would have blocked her and called her out myself. Bree never made any racial statement. That's all I got to say.
I love you, Dreamer.
Thank you,
Thank
Dreamer.
you.
Dreamer's the best.
Now, how do I leave the page?
You want me to leave? You want
Just
me
say,
to
get off my stuff. Get off my
There we
stuff.
go.
And In the Dark, I'm sorry. Somebody told me you were Dark Time. So if you're not, the same thing applies, though. Whatever I said still applies. Whoever you are.
Y'all can mute Fred Flintstone since he wants to keep being a jerk, or she, whatever they are.
Y'all are so mean to Dreamer. She's.
Yeah, one thing about Dreamer holds her own. She's pretty good at
Yes, I
holding her own.
know.
I
I'm
feel
telling her,
bad
get from
for her
over there, though.
sometimes.
Get
I
from
listen
over
to her, I'm
there.
like, oh, I'm gonna leave her alone because she can hold her own.
I know. She's so funny. But okay, what about your buddy? We were, look, Boston don't care. Take it up with Boston. She said, like, she says what she says. Boston, I don't believe Boston's racist. Boston just ain't, like, she's not gonna catch y'all bait. You know, she's not gonna grab onto it. She's not gonna go back
Boston's
and
going to
forth
be
with y'all.
snarky.
Yeah, she's just not. I used to hate
Just
Boston. Hate her, and now I love her.
Boston used to give us hell over here.
Oh my God, me and her, we didn't like each other. I'm like, I don't know how you never got blocked, but I'm glad you didn't because I love you. I do love to Boston so much. She's like a sister to me now, but I'm telling y'all, oh my God, the amount of times we used to go back and forth. I used to have videos directed at her. I hated her. I hated
She
her.
used to pop up over here, and Brandy would warn her before the poor child would
She
get,
would
get one
pop
word
in.
out of her
She would
mouth.
Like,
pop
don't
in
start.
and say hi, and I would go, "Don't start with me today, Boston."
No, I didn't assume you were black. I didn't know you were black. Why would I ask you? Would you tell a black woman that if I thought you were black, Walbert? That doesn't make any sense. Like, why would if I thought you were black? Why would I ask you? Would you tell a person of color that? Why would I say that?
But I absolutely adore Boston.
Don't
Let's
tell me
just
what
put
I
that.
think. You don't know what I think.
So, oh, Wildbird's here. Okay, hi, Wildbird. Welcome.
Tried to race baiting is what y'all were doing yesterday.
Oh, this is fixing to get crazy. We may not get to what we wanted to discuss tonight.
Wait a minute. She just said, wait a minute. Wait. Robert just said Bree assumed I was black. Bree assumed I was white. Which one was it? Which one? You just said 2 different things. What did I assume? I didn't assume you were either. I didn't know what you were, really. I didn't think you were black though, which is why I asked
honest.
you that.
I didn't even know what white passing was till just a few minutes ago.
What?
So
Where did this all take
No,
place?
I didn't assume anything. I didn't assume anything. I just did not think you were black, which is why I said that. I was making a point. And you see, I've even explained this to her. She didn't care to hear. But there was other black women in the comments that cared to hear, and they understood. And they were trying to tell you and Skip at the time that what I was saying is valid. But y'all didn't look. No, that's not race baiting. What are you talking about? That's sad to me that you don't know about that. I'll educate you. You saying you race baited with would you talk to a person of color like that? That's not race baiting. What? That I was explaining because of you telling me to calm down. If you would have let me finish, I was explaining how people of color, women of color, as well as people who have like big personalities that like get very expressive when they talk, both have to deal with people constantly telling them to calm down and why you're getting mad. That's what I was explaining to you, but you didn't allow me to do that. Instead, you started yelling. These women have sat on panel and laughing about this. Okay, yeah, that's what we're doing. No, we didn't. You see what this is? This is why I'm actually not going to engage with this anymore because that's completely a lie. Laughing about this, we haven't talked about this really, except when I addressed it once, the racist thing, and we went on because I'm not going to sit here and continue to defend myself over something that I know that I'm not. But no, I'm not the wrong color to use that argument. What do you mean? I believe in not just being like not racist, but also being anti-racist, which means that education is always important. Doesn't matter what color you are. Like what?
I believe we can all learn and
I sort of say, can we learn from this?
right. And
'Cause we don't need racism. The world is bad enough. We don't need it in this.
well,
Like
sometimes
no, you don't have to be.
and not realize that it's coming across as a racist way, and listening to people explain why without it being heated, and maybe stepping back and going, oh, okay, because I've had it happen to me where I'm going, oh, okay, I'd never thought about that.
You see,
I'll
she didn't listen. She said you cannot use that argument of a person of color when you're not. That's what I mean by you did not finish. I mean, you didn't let me finish.
Somebody just tried to call her, and her mic dropped again.
Purpose.
Calling her, so
Not
she
only people of color,
Bree,
but also
put your
people.
phone on do not disturb so people cannot get through to you
I
because they're
know.
trying to bait you now.
I know. But that's exactly Bree never said she was a person. I forgot exactly. I never did. I was using that example, and you didn't let me finish my example. And trust me, black women have messaged me, and guess what? About this subject, what their opinion is more valid than what yours is. I'm sorry, because they are black. So they were totally fine with me saying that, and they understood exactly what I meant by it. So I'm gonna take that over what you're saying. Okay? No offense, but their opinion about what I was saying about them is more important than yours.
So, Wild Bird, can I ask you? I mean, if you'd like, I'm going to regret saying this. You can, if you'd like to come up to have a discussion, if we can keep it civil, I'm good with that. But
She's not going to. Look what she just said. You're atrocious. Y'all know I didn't say that.
Did
You
you
know
use
that.
did you call Bree the N word?
No, he did, not her.
Okay, somebody else did.
No, she just fat shamed me and was okay with it. She
Oh,
said
see, that's not
It
okay.
just sounds like, Bree, that they want it to be true. They're not going to see it any other way.
exactly.
And the more you defend yourself, the more you're just giving them
And I
content.
just said you didn't. I made
Because
sure I
I'm
didn't lie like you. I
telling you,
said you didn't call me that.
She corrected that. I had seen somebody said it in the chat, so I may have their names backwards. That's on me because I don't know any of y'all. I don't see any of this,
So
so
I
I'm
sound
just
different.
asking the
It's
question.
me. Look, they're trying to say it's not me on here. It says Bree sound different from anyone else.
Trust me, that's Bree.
It's not me. I'm lying.
Albert said she owned it and publicly said she shouldn't have said that.
No, what? I'll give you that recording, Brandy. She literally said, I don't give a fuck. That's what she said. That's a lie. Okay, but I'm almost done because I don't want to be here with her. Because
Okay,
she starts things on purpose. So, but I really appreciate y'all let me up here.
Okay.
Thanks, Bree.
But y'all have a great day.
Thanks for coming up and clearing some of that up, Bree.
Oh, no problem. Thank y'all. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, babe.
Holy shit. Okay, I'm not baiting. Okay, let me see. Let me try to get some of these because I do want to have a good conversation with this because I do think we can use this as a learning thing, right? I'm not baiting. I'm just asking questions that keeps ignoring when Boston said you want to see racist, I'll show you racist bunch of monkeys. Was that okay for you? Yeah, I don't know when that was said.
Was she talking about everyone in the chat acting like idiots? Because I don't.
Yeah,
I'm kind of lost with that too. I asked a while ago why. I seen something that somebody was saying something about monkeys, and I was asking why in the hell is that racist now? What? I am just not comfortable with the whole conversation. I know who I am. I know who the people that are around me
I
are,
mean, it's a
and
conversation
none
that
of
go,
us are racist at all.
no, but it's a
So,
conversation that can go south quickly because people
well, especially in this community, because everybody's trying to find something to make another video about and make content on and get their pants in a wad about, and it's just it doesn't sit well here. I don't know anyone in this community that is racist.
well,
I'm sure it's alive and well. We know it is. We're in America. We know it's alive and well.
well, I mean, Wild Bernard, you're talking to me because I don't even know what the fuck's going on. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on at this point.
I am always open to learning when it
Right.
comes to
Well, that's
racism.
like,
I have been protected. I am a white girl from Tennessee, and though when I was in high school, it was an interracial high school, I had friends, but I didn't look at those friends any different. I now have a black soon-to-be daughter-in-law. I don't look at her any different, but it was the way I was raised. I was taught not to see the color of the skin. So I am willing to be educated on what is really happening that I'm blind to. Like I said, before Des come into our life, I that was the first step I ever seen of real racism, because I'm a white girl in America, and I know that my life is so much easier because of the color of my skin than a lot of other people are. So I'm willing to learn. I just want to be taught respectfully and not talked down to or made to feel ignorant because I see things different. Tell me both sides.
Sassy, I agree with you right here. I actually agree with you right here. Not, I mean, I think everybody needs the education, because especially in now we are at a time where we need to learn different ways of communicating and things to say. I agree with you.
Absolutely.
From the
Mhm.
schools is a horrible idea, because if we remove them, we're doomed to repeat it. Molly, will you quit barking? You have a bed right there.
Let me say something about that. It's like because of Des, and that her and Chase may have a interracial child one day. We've had conversations in our family, because she's got a white mom and her dad's black, but you can't tell there's any white in her. She gets mad. She makes comments all the time that she looks
That's not
completely.
what she said. We listened to it. That's not what any of us heard, including people that do not follow any of this. Sorry, that's y'all are
But we have talked about if they have a child, because Des being mixed but looks completely black, that she does not got any African American heritage because her family didn't give her none. And that if they have an interracial child, that they need to make sure this child is taught its heritage and how to do, like we don't teach our white sons when they get stopped by the cops. We just tell them you're supposed to do. That's different when you're teaching African American children. And Des is the one that taught me that. She's like, when I learned to drive, it was different than the way Chase learned to drive. Not only do you learn to drive, but you also learn to deal how you must deal with the police so you come home alive. So, we've talked about if they have a child, we need to make sure that child is taught its heritage, because we're white. How can we teach it?
Aubrey, I wish y'all would stay. I mean, once I start going into the other content, they're probably going to go away.
Yeah, a lot of people's just here for the drama. We're used to it. We're good
Well,
with it.
I mean, I don't know what you're expecting. I don't know what you want, honestly. We listened to the video. Evidently, you've said things that aren't okay either. I don't know. I don't follow you on TikTok, so I honestly don't know. To be honest, I was given Bree the chance to say something. Hello, Starlight. Yeah, Starlight here. Oh Lord, this might.
I gotta go get another Dr. Pepper. Y'all driving me nuts. I should have went to work. They kept trying to call me in.
Mhm.
And that's not directed at Starlight. It's just that I just didn't want all this drama. That's why we left this for this crap.
Well, I asked you if you wanted to do a case or drama, and you said let's do drama because I haven't had time to look at a case. And so
Well, it's because I thought we were talking about the ones that,
we'll go there in a minute. Hey, Starlight.
Hello.
not this
Okay.
subject. Hello, Starlight.
Hello. So I have kind of flip flopped back and forth on this because, like, everyone's feelings are valid, right? So you want to
Right.
validate everyone's feelings, and
On both sides of this, I agree.
unfortunately,
Sides of this have a very valid point. They do.
yes, but unfortunately, it sounds bad. Like, because even if it's not what she said, and she said the whole thing, unfortunately, the internet is forever, and it sucks because that is exactly what it sounds like you're saying. Even if she's not, does that make sense? So
Right.
it's always going to be there for people to interpret. And
That's what I started saying. No, I don't think it's what she said, but I do believe that a lot of people will interpret it that way. Some will interpret it that way
yes,
because that's what they hear. Others are going to interpret it that way because they hate her so much.
it's like that
And
Yanny. I don't even think it's that. It's like Yanny, Yanni. Remember that thing? Yanny. And some people would hear the voice saying
what is that? What
Yanny.
is that picture where some people see it blue and some people see it gray? Have y'all ever
Yeah.
seen that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about
Yeah.
with the Yanni? Some people hear Yanni, some people hear Yanny.
Yeah.
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 I feel like it's just a really shitty situation, and it's unfortunate, but it's kind of like when she was on live and was telling Gypsy to lie to her parole officer. Like, even if you were, you said you were joking, it still really sounds bad at the end of the day.
I
Like,
will
it
agree with that
sucks.
one.
Yeah, and I don't know what she said. I've gone back and forth on if she was. I know she said something about her family, or the most important people in her life, and
You
she pauses.
can definitely hear the
You
most
can hear
important people.
and you can hear where there's two words that are kind of blended together. Where I guess it's Wildbird talking.
Now,
And
Wildbird, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying anybody's wrong. I'm saying it's up for everyone's interpretation. I am not trying to take away from what people hear when they hear it because it sounds bad. It does. And they've said other things to Wildbird that were not okay. So, like, I just want her to understand that you have every right to be upset. It is what it is. It sucks at the end of the day because
And it
you
is
know
such a touchy
it is
subject.
absolutely.
And it's never okay. It's never okay for anyone on any side to do it.
Oh, Nicole, yeah, if only I had ever done that. Shame on me. I once said somebody looked like a Holocaust victim. Am I racist now, too?
I think we all
I've been around the block here, okay? I've seen
Right.
real racists. I've seen white supremacists on here. So, like, I don't think Bree's a white supremacist out here, like, marching, doing crazy shit. Did she maybe say some things that sound a little racially charged? Maybe.
Well,
I believe it could be interpreted that way.
I didn't even earlier. I didn't even know what white passing meant. I had to ask to get them because I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck it means. So they explained it. I'm like, oh,
what was it?
White passing. When
I've never heard that phrase.
What is that?
When a person of color is light skinned and can be taken as a white person instead of a person of color. And so I had never heard that. I didn't know it was a thing until earlier. So that was it. I was educated, guys. Like that's what we want in these kind of conversations, for us all to learn something and know, because I didn't even know that was a thing. And so but is somebody, so let me ask this question. If I
I
say,
agree, Helen.
if I say, well, I'm just going to use you because you're right here, and because it was said to you. If I say that, if I was to say, while I didn't know that she was a person of color because she's white passing, that's considered racist. That's what you're saying is considered racist. Am I understanding that?
How is that racist?
That's a new one to me. I've heard of like whitewashing.
I
I've heard
believe
of
this
white
racist
privilege.
word gets used too common, and it's a trigger word.
Okay, no, that's not. Okay, so I'm misunderstanding what was said.
Okay, so they don't, because I'm like that. How is that racist? And this is not a problem we're going to solve tonight. It's a problem forever.
Right. No.
You know, it's never
Okay, so-
going away. We can all learn. We can educate ourselves, and we can try to do better.
So I tell you what, because we're not going to get any, because I had some other things I really want to cover tonight. Wait, Robert, I'll go look at that video, okay? And this might be another topic we open up, and let's because here's the thing, I want, especially as a white woman, there are things I know I need to learn, right? I'm
open to learning. Absolutely.
And so, because
I believe it goes for the other side too.
Right. I have grandchildren that
not other side. That sounds pitiful. That sounded racist. I don't mean the other side. I mean, it goes for all skin colors. Like, we all can learn from each other. We should be together and as one. Right. What does pigment in our skin have to do with a damn thing?
Well, because that's where I am at now in life, is I think we are in a time in our country to where we need to quit looking at color of skin and look at the fact that we are humans, and we need to look out for each other and do right and do better for our children that are growing up in this crazy ass fucking world.
Like, not propping up a mother schmurder.
Be nice, Starlight.
You just
I'm sorry.
had to go there, didn't
you? I had to go there. I did. I had to say it.
Be nice. Because look, I say this all the time. There. We say this all the time. Just because we support Gypsy does not mean we agree with everything she's doing. So there's that.
I better leave.
It was nice talking to you.
Anyways, I really just wanted, I don't even know what's going on. I saw Brie up here and I was like, oh wow, I don't really see Brie over on YouTube. And I just wanted to like offer another opinion, which is like, you know, the internet is what it is, and shit like this happens.
I was live with Fancy the other night, and we were discussing all this other stuff, and the subject of Brie come up with what it was said, and I was like, what the hell happened? I had no clue.
Yeah. Let me clarify my statement.
So far away from it.
The next time she's like, you know, I would like to say myself. So I gave her that.
When I say that, like, it sucks, it's the internet, it is what it is. I'm talking to Brie, like, you're gonna have to just, because this is gonna be stuck to her. Right. Just like I made called some girl, told her she would look like a Holocaust victim. Like I said that years ago, one time, okay? And I felt it was stupid. I was angry. But it you know, sticks with you, and it just sucks. Whether you said it or not, it sounds like you said it, and yeah, that's it.
Right. I agree. The internet comes back to bite us all.
And at this point, the more she defends it, the worse it's going to get. So you just kind of have to move on and just start talking about other things and ignore it.
Yeah. And stop making like animations of people, you know, like what she did to Nina with the dolphin. I'm not even going to go there. All right. I'm going to get off this panel.
I told her I don't agree with any of the drawings anybody does about each other. I don't like any of it.
But it's going to take one side to stop and say, done. I'm not doing it no more. Because it's just a back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
We were like, we're not doing this anymore. We're done.
Yeah, we'll see.
Thanks, Starlight. I appreciate you coming up.
Huh? Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye. Okay, well, that was quite entertaining for a few minutes. Oh, Lord. Holy crap. I didn't expect it to go that direction tonight.
I just hate where we are in this country.
Right. Yeah.
And our grandchildren, you know, they're going to inherit this hate. And
I have a 3-month-old grandbaby and a 13-year-old grandbaby, and I am gut punched at what they're going to have to face in the world.
I also heard what Grace said, and it was not racist. It was clear as day. She said what she told us.
And Willow
Oh,
says
and she
she's a
says
person.
that she's black. So here we are. Here's someone that actually is black saying they heard it too and didn't take it as racist.
So,
So I don't.
and I do think that people are just going to hear what they want to hear, and once
And again, a lot of it is because of what Bree stands for
right,
and who she stands behind.
right, and like Starlight said, it didn't sound good. I mean, it does sound bad when you first listen to it. You have to like really listen. And so, anyways, let's touch on a few things. Let's switch gears, can we? I hope the rest of y'all stay because let's do some dishing. Let's do some teas. Probably should open this folder. That's not what I want. I want this.
Right. We should all be able to openly discuss it and remain civil and learn from each other.
So let's start. Let's see. Do we want to start with the very? I didn't even ask you where we should start.
I don't care. You know more about this stuff than I do. I'm still learning day by day. Every time I read something, I'm just like, oh, God.
So do y'all remember the live that I did where I was calling Tori out? And this is going on. Look, here's who we're going to talk about, guys. Here's where I'm going with this. We're going to be talking about exposing the Goodwives Network, that channel. They're on YouTube and they're on TikTok and they have a Patreon and they have a Rumble. They are an ex-friend. I'm going to say acquaintance, not a friend, because I never knew their real name till recently. Hey, Brittany. Hey, girl. How are you? How are you? Yeah. Thank Crafton for that. And if you don't think he's fixing to roll over on your ass and on Belle's ass, yeah, y'all got another thing coming because Crafton will roll quick. Anyways, when we did the live about Tori,
No, inside purse, you're not on timeout.
no, I can see. There you are. Sorry, I have the screen up so I don't see everything right now. So, let's see. I need that screenshot open, and I need
I gotta have to go get
this one
some
open.
caffeine. I'm trying not to drink as much caffeine anymore, but I need it tonight.
I feel like I need something stronger than that. All right. So here we go. So do y'all remember, like I was saying, when we did the live about Tori and how exposing came in and they were all of a sudden really mad that I was calling Tori out, right? They did not like that very much. And
that was the night, though, that we wasn't just calling Tori out that night. That was the night that we let everybody know that we were offering, not doing a truce with Fancy, but we were going to offer a truce.
Well, we had already said the truce. We had already said that. And in that one, Fancy was in the live. She was commenting.
Okay.
So she exposing.
I hadn't talked to Fancy at that point. I hadn't talked to her.
So, yeah, you had not. Exposing came, and I had only had a few conversations. Like, really, it's how these people gone at me. It's caused me and Fancy to have a ton of conversations. But Exposing came in and says, I don't know Tori, Fancy, and I am not Thea. She was talking to Fancy in the live, right? So let's do this.
And we were like, what do you mean you don't know Tori?
Yeah. It's like, what? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And she's been denying that she doesn't know Tori, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, would you look at here? I found out from Tori, this is Exposing right up here. I found out from Tori that Aria Maselli on IMDb is Fancy's daughter. So I'm getting her shit deleted too. Huh. What do you know about that? Go figure. Go figure. Let's see. I need it to stop the screen. Let's go to the next one. Not through. I'm not through. I got screenshots for days today, guys. What about it? Because I'll dig into that too. Also, Tori just told me they only filmed one episode of Coping, and director got mad at April and deleted all the footage. So it wasn't filmed either. So, what is that exposing? You never talked to Tori? You don't talk to Tori, really? You sure about that? Are you sure? Because those screenshots sure showed otherwise. They still talking about Bree over here. I'm moving on, guys. Y'all can keep chatting about Bree if you want to. Are you there, Kendall?
Yeah.
Are you laughing?
No, the stuff with exposing is still, it still bothers me because it kind of hurts because I know that, you know, we lost that. I don't know if we even call it a friendship now with everything that I've read, but I mean, at one point in time, I really cared about her.
Mary, Tori is my ex-friend, ex-business partner, and an ex-business partner of Fancy's. She is somebody that we have linked to a lot of bullshit that's gone on over the last 5 years. Is Boston? Do I need a Boston Behave sticker?
The most important people in my life are my bitches.
So, let me find. Which way did it do these? Here we go. This is the way it did them. I'm getting these lined up, guys. Hold on. All right. So one of y'all texted.
Bree's not protected from exposing either. They talk about everybody.
Yeah, I have proof that they talked about some shit.
They talk shit about everyone while pretending to be their friends.
You can either have her come back, have her watch from this point on, send her screenshots. Because nobody's safe. Nobody's safe, guys. Because let me put it this way, guys. Like I said earlier, I've been friends with Crafton and Kim for 3 years. If he was doing me the way you guys are fixing to see some, he's gonna do them. And he has flipped on people that he was doing shit like this with before in court and given over the documentation to get people in trouble. So don't think you're above him doing the exact same thing to you. And I know they posted their thing on Reddit about all that. Guess what? You'll have me blocked on Reddit where I can't comment anyway. So I'm just going to do it from here. I mean, I'd rather come from my channel and do my own thing.
Well, they say that they don't want to support him, but they already knew it.
Right. They already knew it.
They already knew he was a wife beater.
Yeah.
We have proof we have proof that they knew and still was okay with it.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. Is that the one I wanted to share? Which one am I sharing? That's not the one I wanted to share.
And a certain someone tried to delete all their messages, but
yeah, Resident Midnight went and deleted all of her messages, but
a little too late.
A little too late because Crafton saves everything. So here are me and Scoop with Barbara being accused of being behind something, and everybody's sick of us. I'm not behind it. Or what they would be sick of. And this happened right after the live we did about Tori. And he says, yeah, she totally shit in her hand and threw it all over us. You guys even warned me, but it will still caught me off guard that she would run back to Fancy. That is massively two-faced ass redneck shit right there. Talk about a racist motherfucker. This bastard wants to call it, because let's face it, redneck is a racist term, right? I mean, since that's the topic of conversation tonight. However, they were pissed that I'm going after Tori and Fancy's in the comments, and they make it about me throwing shit at them.
A dirty deleter.
Dirty
delete her and block her.
Yeah.
Blocking would stop him from. I don't know what though. Makes me wonder though on his side why he backed up everything.
And he always has.
But like, why was he saving that? Why was he saving everything?
And he says here, she will flip when she sees that I blocked her, but if I can download my messages fast enough, I will unblock and maybe she won't notice. I seriously want to catch her deleting something. I caught him before he did it, when he did it, and I didn't delete anything. So
I have no reason to delete anything.
I wasn't hiding anything.
But we know why some people did.
Yeah. There's
know why some people did.
You don't want that stuff coming out, do y'all? Oh, shame on you. Okay, so here, this is Belle.
Are we not saying the real names? Not yet.
This is the wrong one. And when I pull it up to try to post it, it's blurry, so I can't see which one I'm fucking looking at. Let's see, which one is this one? It's still popping that one up, and I closed it. Okay, hold on. Give me just a second, guys, so I can pull up the right ones.
Keep everything, never know when you're going to need it. See, I don't know. I don't delete anything, but I don't particularly back everything up. This boy backed everything up. He didn't just.
He downloads everything. He downloads
He backed it up.
everything. I don't delete shit because I never know when I'm going to need it. I mean, that's why I had to get the biggest ass fucking iPhone because I have way too much shit.
I told Fancy the other day I'll get my phone back now that I can delete all the shit on her. She laughed.
Let's see. Which one is this one? Okay, here you go. I think this is the one. Oh, look, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Told ya, I called her a long time ago. So Belle, which is Cat's Meow on Reddit, and now this is her Tragedy is her name over there, and she's got some other names we're still working on figuring out because one of them comes back to a 70-year-old lawyer since she claims to be a lawyer. You know, she was a sex worker, guys. She actually has a Cash App that is a verified sex worker. I'm not slut shaming. Do you, boo? Make money on it. I don't give a damn. But let's face it, you ain't no lawyer. She says, told ya, I called her a long time ago. I think she's afraid of coming up against Natasha's beef. And then, she was in the catfishing Nick, right? She will never admit it. I'm not afraid
I've read all those messages. You were warning Nick.
Right. I emailed. Actually, I tried to show her the proof. What it is she has got me confused, thinking that I was there when Dawn Balker was on the panel doing the live, talking about the emails and involved with the emails. When I joined Fancy's team, Dawn Balker left a week later. So I had not looked into any of the email things. I mean, I had kind of heard bits and pieces on it. I get to look in and see the emails and then find the text messages of Amanda and Tori encouraging Dawn, what to say and to keep him talking, and that they didn't know what her compensation would be, but they would figure it out. That was Amanda and Tori doing that. Not me. I wasn't involved. Wasn't involved with that. So I have nothing to admit. I don't know what this bitch wants me to admit. And I actually posted, the only time I've ever shared my emails with Nick was in Reddit. And I shared the very first email I did to Nick where I told him about Dawn. And he thanked me for telling him that he was already kind of thought something was up.
And you just recently found another email that Nick sent you a year ago that you didn't even know that was.
Yeah, because
I remember that morning you're like, you're not gonna believe what I just found.
Yeah.
I got Nick wrote me back and I didn't even know it.
JPay switched to a different system and mine hadn't alerted me that I had an email. So I'm going in because I was going to email some people that want to talk about. And there was this email from Nick, and he's like, hey, I wanted to apologize to you for how things ended, and I'm sorry, and I hope you're doing good, and I hope we're okay, blah blah blah. So Yeah, I wasn't involved with anything to hurt Nick. So get over.
Nicole, I don't have anything against anybody in the adult entertainment industry. I say if you got it, do it.
I mean, I
It don't bother me at all.
And
I
look,
don't
she
care.
comes out in a minute. I'm going to share where she's talking about being a nominatrix. Look, I've been a part of that community. Do you? I don't give a damn. Do you? As long as you're a consenting adult and you're doing with other consenting adults, I don't care. But don't pretend to be something you're not. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so let's go to the next one. I got quite a few to show, guys. I wish these were deleting when I did them.
Hell, the adult entertainment industry, it exploded in 2020 when nobody had nothing else to do.
And so here she says, and that's like the sickest part of all of this. She was behind the original Patreon with Fancy that sold those fake emails. When I've called her on it before, she faked a seizure. Okay, first off, I'm gonna start saying
He's never had a seizure.
sentence by sentence. I've never ever been into Fancy's Patreon. Not even was on our team, because you only one person has access. You can't have a team that goes in there and looks at anything. So I don't know what was in there. Did she put those in there? I believe they were in there. We had those on Facebook. We shared those publicly. So I don't know. Look, even if Amanda was goading him, Dawn was goading him. Nick's emails that he sent to her even before that were very strange and out there emails, period. That's on him, right? That's on him. So, they weren't fake emails either. They were legit emails. So when I called her on it before she faked a seizure, bitch, I have never in my life had a seizure or even faked a seizure. So where the fuck are you getting that information? And you better put up the well, I would say put up the proof, but we also have proof of y'all faking stuff on Fancy that you posted that was supposed to be from her. So, could we believe it? However, I can go through my stuff and prove it. I've never had a seizure, and I've tried to go toe to toe with you, and you blocked me because you couldn't handle the conversation. You blocked me. And then you'll block me from Reddit because you couldn't handle a face-to-face confrontation with me because you're weak-ass bitches. Weak motherfuckers is what you are. Weak bitches. So weak. Okay. Got that one out of the way. Let's see. Where's the next one? Is it this one? I'm trying to delete them.
Johnny, hush, baby.
Okay, that's the second part of this one. So let me.
I hope Bree's okay.
I do too, because I know that was. It's hard because I'm trying to give everybody the chance to speak, and I don't know. Okay, tragedy. Miss Bale. I honest am always laughing because my former dominatrix superpower is no one can get any emotions or reactions out of me for free without my consent. So literally these people, basically, you are a psychopath is what I'm just going to say, because you have no fucking emotions. You're heartless, cruel, and have done things deliberately to hurt people on purpose.
People that's never done anything to
Not a damn thing. For free consent. So literally these people talk to me and then entirely have mental health emergency. Jasmine, remember the PR person, Jamie? She had a mental health emergency. She's done that with me. She did that with Fancy. She's done that with everybody. So yeah, okay, that happened. Have heart palpitations. Shelly. I think Shelly is the one that's over one of the parody pages. I don't know. I don't know this one, so I can't speak for that one. Or log off having a panic attack. Brandy. What the fuck have I logged? You guys know me. When the fuck have I logged off having a panic attack? Please tell me. Please. Please tell me.
Nicole, she's no, she's a new player over here, but she's an OG in the unmasking.
She's a new player as far as being on TikTok and is exposing the Goodwives. However, she was a part of the Unmasked crew and the Kata Joy haters for years. And this is what she's done for years. So, can any of y'all that have been around a while, I mean, I've got mods that have been here a while, have I ever left the internet with a panic attack? Has any of y'all ever seen me have a panic attack? Ever?
Nope.
I've never had a panic. I take that back. I have had a panic attack. It's been a few years. I have anxiety attacks. I deal with severe fucking anxiety and depression. Has nothing to do with you, bitch, because you don't affect me, because I have had very little conversations with you because literally 2 days in and you blocked me. So we didn't have any of this conversation you're trying to claim because you're a weak ass bitch. So again, quit your fucking lying on people because this never fucking happened. Lord have mercy. Okay, let's see. Where am I at? Let's see. I don't want that one. I don't want that one. I think I'm through with her. I think I got the last part of hers I needed to get up.
Yeah, you don't need to get into the ones that's being turned over.
Yeah, so I'm trying to make sure I'm careful with what I'm putting up.
Yeah, you need to be careful with what you're putting up.
Because, we did talk to law enforcement today. So, let's see this one here. Just think if she came clean about the email, she'd be so much more liked than just playing both sides. I haven't been playing both sides.
Nope. Everyone knows where we stand.
So here she's saying, I don't need to show this, I'll just read it. Yeah, so if Brandy does it, she's a fucking moron. I literally explained that they need articles of incorporation to be partners. And last time she just got scammed. So she's never had a conversation with me about a business. However, I know you have to have articles of organization for a business because I've been a part of a couple of them. Fancy did not have them at that time because she was still building it and trying to put the LLC together. And I left before any of it was put together. Do I have my own feelings about certain things in this area? Yes, I do. But it is what it is. However, you and I never had that conversation. Are you confusing me with Tori? Are you confusing me with Tori? Because we know that you two are good buddies, right? Even though you claim you're not. So, this one I need. Let's see. This I need. Are y'all laughing? What are y'all laughing at?
I'm laughing at you.
Oh.
I don't know these people, so I'm just laughing at you.
Oh, we're going to show that one. Okay, let me do these three. That way I can get them out. Here Crafton is talking to Resident because she's deleted her conversation. So when we're looking through the main Discord conversation, we only see Crafton's. However, the other stuff is there. It's downloaded.
Don't show those.
Oh, I can't show those. Hang on. Let's see. Which one am I looking at? There to take down the shit Natasha said about and to her. And I also told Misty to not engage that part too. It's just too triggering for Kim. I don't give a shit about her calling me a wife beater, but the evil shit she said. This was in August to Resident midnight, Miss Brittany. And we know you're Brittany because he's called you Brittany, so it's fine. Or should I say,
makes me want to break out and sing Freebird.
Maybe I should say be free. Maybe I should say be free.
They background music.
Lena's had some good conversations. Let's just leave it at that. So is Tori part of the Exposing the Goodwives network? She is not physically a part of it, but she is giving them a lot of their information. This right here, Crafton is explaining to her about the domestic violence and the DV stuff. So she's trying to say they just learned that the other night when we were live, and they blocked him and made their big post taking a stand against that kind of stuff. Blah 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 blah. But here in August, this was August 25th. He was telling her about it.
Kim just messaged me.
The other Kim or my Kim? We have
Atkins Kim.
She okay?
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay. Here you will see. This is from Kim, and she commented in this with where she has it. But RM didn't know he was a wife beater before you're alive. How is that you didn't know, RM? How is it? How is it? You want to explain that? I mean, I'll drop the link if you'd like the link. I don't think you're woman enough to come talk, but it's fine. It's fine. You'll run over to Reddit and Rumble and wherever else you want to go. So here Crafton is, yeah. And this was in July. And frankly, the more old footage of Brandy I even see, the worse she was. You know what? I was horrible back then. I was going through a lot, and I was not my best self. I've grown a lot since then. So you're right, Crafton. I was pretty awful back then. I've even seen, I ignore it, but she has always been super kind and nice to me and Kim. So is what it is, Ryan Anderson says. So this right here really gets me because of the shit he has been saying in this chat about me and how he was using me, how he was asking me for money because he was struggling. And yet he had the nerve to talk shit and then just say this. She's always been good to us. Fuck you. 3 to 5 years, buddy. That's what you're looking at. 3 to 5 years. So I'm going to close that one. Let me close that one. Close that one. Sounds like a very cruel version of high school bathroom. Exactly. Inside the purple purse. It's bad. Oh, no. That's not the one. I only have a few more, guys. Here's this one. Here's this one.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear me tap? Can you hear me tapping?
No.
Okay.
This one
I hate when people do lives. You can hear them texting or chewing or texting. It's just annoying.
Okay, so let's go with this one. Mary says, Brandy, I love how blunt you are. It's great. Thank you. I don't know how to be any other way, and I usually have to apologize, and I've done it with Kendall because until people get to know me, it can be kind of hard. Right, Nicoley says here, I'm new, but I can only remember you having an accident and having a concussion, but still went toe to toe with Fancy in the chat. That was in Ryan's, and I'm fixing to share some of that they're talking about. I fell outside, got a concussion. Kendall was kind of pissed off at me. My mod 420 my mod 420 was a little pissed off at me. My kids were pissed at me because I didn't call anybody. I literally came inside. I sat for a few minutes. I got myself together, and then I drove myself to the hospital. I didn't call nobody to come take me to the hospital. I just drove myself to the hospital. And then I didn't tell anybody how bad it was. So, not even my husband. I still haven't told David how bad it was. It's fine. I want to talk about
I
looks.
remember that night you was going head to head with Fancy, and
I went, what was it, like 2 days later? I was fucking going head to head with her because I really just went in there because they were sharing screenshots that proved what Sarah had done with Alicia. And it was pissed. I was pissed. I was texting you. You were at work, and I'm like, oh my fucking God, they're showing proof of what Sarah was doing. I was pissed. And they had said, Brandy needs to come over here and see this. Fancy did. So I went in the live. I went in Ryan's chat. I didn't go in Fancy's chat. I didn't realize it was a shared chat, and Fancy lost her shit. And the more she lost her shit, the more I stood there and was like, fuck you. I ain't going nowhere. Because I don't run from nobody. I'm not a weak bitch. And so Nicholas, since he wants to talk about looks, is he a Fabio himself? Girl, he's missing half his hair. He's got a big scar on his face where some dude bit half his face off. And no, he's far from Fabio. He's a greasy motherfucker, is what he is. Sorry for cussing, guys. I don't mean to offend anybody.
he's a woman beater.
He's a woman beater. That's all we need.
One step down from a pedo.
He said she let Brandy in her live. Well, she didn't. I went in Ryan's because I was called over there. Whoa, Brandy wanted to be there. He's questioning that. Fancy just said that Brandy came in and wanted to apologize. I don't remember her saying that. I'd have to go listen to that again. And I wasn't apologizing for anything. I know later on, Fancy said, I need to apologize to Brandy because I did say she needed to come listen to this. So could they be confusing that? I don't know, possibly
I
because
didn't say you were the one that got apologized too.
yeah, they apologized to me. I didn't apologize to them. So they don't know how to get their facts straight at all. Obviously, proof's in the pudding. They can't get shit straight. Oh, and then here's the last one. This is him being very colorful to me. But she's got all she's got on me is the gypsy by proxy. Brandy is a redneck idiot ass. I'm at work, had to take care of something, back in about 30 minutes. Okay, I guess I'm a redneck idiot ass. That's new. I mean, look, I have a channel that and a show that I've worked on and been working on called Redneck Wine Diva. So hey, there's that. Like I don't even have words for that. But that conversation he's having in those last ones, that's between him and Resident Midnight. I had nothing to show on those parts of the screenshots because she deleted her part of the conversation. However, it's downloaded because he downloaded everything. It's fine. I have to wait to show those. Have to wait. So in the live on Fancies the other night, this is kind of some of what we were trying to get to. I'm not gonna. We've been live 2 hours, so I'm not gonna go into that part again. There was a lot in that Google Drive that was in just his messenger between him and Belle. Reddit's going on about they haven't even connected him to Belle yet. I don't understand. Well, that's Belle talking to him. So how are we not connecting it? Get a clue, people. Go get a clue. There was some diabolical things said. There was some really shitty things said about me. There was him even saying he was using me. It's funny they call me a drama queen, or what was it? All about the drama, yet I was gossipy. That's what it was. While they're in chats gossiping about anybody and everybody.
And it doesn't. When you care about someone and you think that you have a friendship with someone, and Brandy, she's talked to me about Crafton in the past, and I knew she always cared about Crafton and Kim. I didn't know them, but I've heard the names enough to know that she liked them. She trusted them. And no matter what's said by who or what the purpose is, it comes across as anger, but it's also just, it hurts when you say what people really are.
Right.
It just hurts.
Well, and this has been, they were making fun in their chat about me. I'm being heartbroken that night of that live when I'm talking about Tori. They do not understand the level
Mhm.
of
But after we've read their messages, Brandy, I don't think they can. I mean, we know their lives are obsessed
right.
with trying to hurt people that's never come after them. And I get it. I went after Fancy when Fancy never did anything to me personally. She said a lot and done a lot. That's pissed me off. And I thought she needed to be called out. She's hurt Brandy, which is where my anger come from because I adore Brandy so much. But Fancy never did anything to me personally. And I sure as hell went after her. I I understand calling people out when they've done wrong, but when your life is so obsessed with it to the point that that's all your life is, and we have proof this has been all your life has been for months. There's a problem. Maybe you need to look inside.
Well, they chatted on a few of those days. They literally chatted like 20 hours in a day.
Yeah, as I'm saying, I mean, we have proof that this is all their life
And
is. I mean, Rez told me herself one time that, it's mentally getting to her because she's been doing this, I think she said since February. Because I
and
remember telling her one time, if you need my number, I will give you my number if you just want to talk. And I didn't mean talk about the drama, just as a friend, if it's getting to you,
right, right.
you're welcome to talk.
Well, they seem to make this big deal about me being upset over the Tory thing and crying and, all of that.
Because you love Tori.
They don't understand the fact that how much I love Tori and how gut punch that was. I mean, for one, it was very hurtful when she wanted to do her business on her own after I had worked my ass off for it. And I was trying to work through that and keep my friendship. And then I find out that it was a total lie from the beginning. And the shit she was saying to people about me that I haven't shared, guys. There's stuff I've learned I haven't shared yet. It's coming out. Just not
We
talk.
keep saying it's coming out. I know people think we're full of shit
I
and we
have
just
to
can't
wait.
say why. We can't talk on it.
Right. There's
But it really is coming
other,
out
there's other
eventually.
people involved and other things involved, and so I have to wait till we're told that's all clear.
Yeah.
But to see them laugh about it's very hurtful to me. But guess what? I'm not having a panic attack over it, and I'm not getting off the internet. Guys, when I'm not on the internet, I'm fucking busy. Like Kendall was working last week. Like we didn't even talk last week at all. At all.
I work, slept, work, slept, work.
And
slept.
I decided, because I did not think this through really good, that I would do a whole nother event that was a full weekend event besides my farmer's market in between my farmer's market weekend. So I literally spent every day last week baking. Well, not baking because it was making fudge and marshmallows and making my sublimation stuff. I literally did that all week. And then Friday I was setting my booth up, and Saturday and Sunday I worked all day. So I literally had no time. None. Like I when I'm not on here, I am literally swamped with everything else because I run a farm. I have a small farm here by myself when my husband's not home. And there's a lot of fucking animals to take care of, plus my house, plus my own health and a business. I have a business that I'm doing. So on top of the YouTube channel, that's a business. So it's not like I'm not busy. When I'm not here, it ain't because I'm taking a mental health break. It's because I'm just fucking busy.
Well, the Bell thing didn't bother me. I don't know who in hell Bell even is. I just know because of the stories y'all have told me. And with Crafton, I didn't give. I don't. The rest thing bothered me. Like I thought we had talked enough that I thought she was a good person. It hurts when you find out that people are not who you thought they were. I mean, she cannot like me and still had not consider her the diabolical stuff that we have read and seen, to know that someone is capable of some of the stuff. And it's hurtful.
it's it's heartbreaking in a way because I'm thinking I like to build other women up, right? I struggled with going after Fancy the way I was going after her, but we were just fighting. because
I'm still embarrassed by some of the things that I said and done. And this ain't to please fancy. It's just like I've said before, is I turned into somebody online that doesn't reflect who I am.
right.
And
Well, you know, and I thought I was developing a friendship with Riz. Then to see these messages and what they were saying about me while they were pretending to be my friend, who does that? Like, I don't pretend to be shit. Well,
and then
you
I don't even know that why we're taking it personal, because we've seen that they are attacking
right,
everyone.
right. Everyone.
There was nobody right now that I could think of that they either weren't using or pretending to be friends with, or it's I can't imagine being a woman and
Well, and what's sad to me is,
mentally being in that place continuously of attacking just for the fun of it.
well, the one day they were so diabolical, that was Kim's birthday. That
Yeah, I
was
know.
Kim's
Yeah.
wife's birthday. And they're all day plotting and scheming and trashing and doing all this shit. And he never once said, it's my wife's birthday. I need to, you know, I'll talk to you guys later. No, they were so focused on tearing people apart that they even say, what we need to do is keep gaslighting her until she takes her own life. Talking about fancy. Where in the fuck is that okay? And I don't care who you are. I don't care who.
No, it's not just, it's not okay. There, that type of stuff is prosecuted nowadays.
Right.
And
Right.
it goes to a different level. And then the faking stuff, like, credibility's gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
And you know, when they come out, when I'm coming out after Tori, and all they could come out with was I released the video. Well,
And I was not happy about it.
she wasn't happy with me. She wasn't happy at all. But y'all
But
didn't do anything.
like my son told me, I gave whether I like Pink Hat or not, I had given Pink Hat my word that I wouldn't show anyone. And I broke my word and showed you and made you promise that it would stay between me and you. So when I got upset with you for giving it to Crafton, because like I even had to go back and apologize to Fancy, because Pink Cat was coming to me and she's like, how did it get out? And I was like, it had to be Fancy. It makes no sense for it to be anyone else. I blamed other people, not knowing that it got out because of my hand. So, and guess what? Me and Brandy's stronger than that.
Because I explained my reason for not telling her and keeping it to myself, and she understood that. And
I learned a lesson.
And
it goes against what I believe. If I give my word, you keep your word.
And
even to your best friend. If you give someone else your word, there's several times that I know something that Christy's told me or someone else has told me, and I'll be like, it's not that I don't trust you, but I gave my word. So,
well,
there's a lot of people that's not Fancy supporters, but God knows I sure as heck wasn't. And still, we have. There's still a Grand Canyon between me and Fancy.
Look,
but nothing about trying to push someone
got me
to
and
take
Fancy.
their life.
They all have me and her working together and being besties. Do y'all know we've had multiple fights? Like, there's been multiple arguments happen between me and Fancy.
You just texted me yesterday and said, oh, I think I pissed Fancy off.
Right. And so, but I'm not changing who I am. She's not happy with me for doing this with Bree tonight. Guess what? Don't give a shit. It's my channel. I am me. I'm doing my thing, how I want to do it, and I don't answer to anybody. And I'm basically Switzerland at this point. So is Kendall. We're gonna speak on things and be honest about it, no matter what side it is. And I keep telling everybody, y'all want me to call shit out? Then I'll be a call out channel, but I'm calling it all out, both sides, even when I don't agree. If it's you, if it's them, doesn't matter. I'm going to call it out. If that's what y'all want, that's what I'll do. I don't really want to do that because that takes a whole lot of fucking time. And let's face it, I don't have that kind of time. And then it gets crazy like it did a while ago because you're trying to give everybody both sides and a chance to speak. And I would have liked to have had the other lady up, but I could tell with how that was going in the chat, it probably would have been a disaster because she was pretty aggressive with us. And I don't know that was deserved because we were just trying to get through what was being done. But
We're not trying to make anybody support Fancy.
no, I'm not.
It's not. It's like, saying you're not a Fancy supporter is like, we're not trying to switch, to make anyone think any different. Do I see Fancy different than I did a few months ago? Absolutely. I do. And I can't even go into why I do. Do I still have a lot of things that she has done and said that I don't agree with? Yep. And same for her. I've done some things that I know, has hurt her. So we're not braiding each other's hair. Nobody's braiding no one's hair.
I think it was Rebrand that said, if you start braiding her hair.
But I very much still love Christy. I adore Christy.
Me too.
And like I told Fancy, like I have promised Christy, I will stay transparent, and I will. I will.
And we don't discuss any of it with the other side. We don't.
Mm-mm. I don't care to hear Fancy or Christy's opinion on stuff. I just don't. I just want not. I just don't want. Which Christy don't. I mean, that's not the relationship I have with Christy. But I just don't. I won't let, just like I wouldn't before. I won't let no one degrade each other to me, knowing that I'm friends with both. Now, Christy is very close to my heart, like Brandy is, and I'm protective. But I can still show respect and be open minded and not do the drama. I don't care to do things for Fancy if she needs it on certain projects with the AI stuff that I do. I don't care, as long as it stays away from the gypsy stuff. It's just not something we're ever going to agree on.
Ellen Dragon says, will you run a brush through my hair till I fall asleep? Yes, and I will give you wine and
And we're okay with the people that we've lost, because the people that love us and still talk to us understand where we're at.
Well, and because I've brought it up to several of them. It's like, I know you're upset. I'm like, no, I'm not upset with you. You're an adult, dude.
I know Stevie is very much still anti Fancy, and she's always going to be anti Fancy, but I absolutely adore Stevie. I'm always going to adore Stevie. And I know she's also very protective of me when it comes to just be careful. We hear that a lot. And I'm sure Fancy does too. So. Yeah, ain't none of us stupid. Ain't none of us blind.
There's a lot of blindness on both sides, and it bothers me because we were like that at two for a little bit. I'm not going to deny that. And it took somebody else, pointing out where I was kind of blind on a subject, and then I kind of sat back and was like, oh shit.
Mm.
And I went to Kendall, and she was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but I'll support you. And then she came back, she's like, you're right. We need to do better.
Yeah, at first this whole thing with Fancy was just because I was going to support Brandy. I knew how hurt she was, and she needed that. She needed the talk, and then,
like I tell people all the time, I know Fancy and I cannot be any kind of partner work relation again, because we fight. We see things totally different most of the time, and I don't know that it would ever be healthy, right? And like I told Fancy, I said, look, I'm tired of building everybody else's empires. It's time to do my own. And I mean that.
And like I've told Fancy several times, it's like the person that she is when it's just us talking, I can hear that Fancy, that side of Fancy. I can hear her. I can relate to her. I can understand I can understand her without seeing what I think a lot of social media and the public sees. But what you got to understand is there was one Fancy and there was thousands of people attacking, me being one of them, Brandy being one of them. And when she lashes out, then everyone runs with that, including us, and we did what we did. But getting to know her on a more of a personal level, I like that Fancy. and I know some of y'all are going to hate me for that, but I like that Fancy. I can understand that Fancy. And when I sat on the phone call with her and Brandy, and
It was actually the first phone call you were on with us.
right, and Fancy is literally gasping her breath to apologize to Brandy, who I knew how much that meant. I was like a basket case crying too, because it was so genuine, and I could feel that it was genuine. And I needed to see. I didn't need Brandy to come back and say, that they had apologized to each other and took accountability. Okay, I get it. Good, cool. I felt it and I seen it, and I need it. So
And
y'all can hate me if you want to.
And you had somebody come to you and say, Fancy still isn't taking accountability. And she was like, you were like, what are y'all not listening to? She literally on the live the other night took accountability.
Yeah.
With Brandy and apologized publicly. Mm-hmm. What else are you wanting? And so, at this point they want blood, I think, but
right. And I believe I did a lot that I know personally affected Fancy, and we've talked about that. And I know I went after Colleen, and that affected my life so much, and I know it affected her life. And we've talked about that, and we've gotten to a place to where healing can begin. So if people want to come at me now because I adore Christy and I'm learning who Fancy is, and so far, y'all gonna hate this, so far I like who I see, the Fancy I see, I like, and I'm not going to do what other people want me to do just because you don't want to support it. I can respect you don't want to, but I am who I am.
It has been, the last couple of weeks have been emotional and gut punching and all over the place, right? And it just eye-opening, but not in a good way, but not in a good way, if that makes sense. Like some of it's holy shit, that's what was going on, and our eyes are open and we see the whole picture, but heartbreaking because we realize what happened.
Yeah. And I'm so far out of touch right now with social media that I don't even know who some of these new players are.
I didn't know any of them when they were in here a while ago.
And I like that. I just don't care to get to, and it's nothing against the new players. I just don't want to be in the drama. I don't want to see videos they make. I don't want to watch lives that they do. I just don't care anymore. I'm going to do my little thing. And
Nicolay, I have never been one that goes with the crowd very well. I will stand on my own every day, all day, if I have to. I've never been a follower. I'm just not a follower. And that ruffles.
Yeah, I don't follow very well.
It ruffles feathers, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to go because I told that chick I would go check out her videos and see what she's talking about. But then again, if I do that, my fucking algorithm's gonna get fucked up again. And I just now
I finally just got mine where it's on the stuff that I want. Anything where Gypsy pops up, I block. I don't care if it's good or bad. I block.
Thank you, LM Dragon. Thank you. That's because that's where we're at, and that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. It's just is what it is. I will sit here and do our whatever episode we're doing with 5 of you in the chat if I have to. It doesn't matter to me because who wants to be here and who supports is going to be here and support. And that is okay with me. The numbers grow when the numbers grow. I've never stressed it.
But we do it for the love of the cases, not. I mean, right. If the followers come in, they come in. If they don't, that's fine. We still love the breakdown of the cases, and
we have the now that Stephen wants us to cover, and we're both like, our head's not in it. Like I've got
this week is just this week and last week is just not.
because it's not a case that I've never ever been involved in, so I'm not in love with it. Like
Yeah.
I can go on here because I do want to do this. I want to talk about the Menendez brothers. There's a lot happening. I want to talk about it. There's three,
Mhm.
2 different documentaries out now, or a documentary and a show, a scripted series thing. And so I want to talk Menendez brothers, but I could talk Menendez brothers without fucking studying the case like crazy because I've followed the case from the beginning. These other cases, this one that he wants us to do, we're not going to do it any justice by willy-nilly in it. So I
No,
have to.
I told Stephen today because he was asking me questions. I said, "Babe, it's just been so." Stephen's not my son; he's my son's best friend, who I've known since he was 14, and he's now in his late 20s. So it's like I told him, I'm getting it. I promise. I just want to do it justice. I don't want to just throw something up there.
Well, and because I am working on growing this channel, guys, or we're working on growing this channel, I'm going to do a
William, thank you. Clock us in. Make sure we get a check too.
right. So what I think I want to do, I want to set a goal, a monthly goal, or just a goal, and every time I hit the goal, I'll do another giveaway. And I think I'll do it easy because some people are funny about their addresses. So I think I'll do an Amazon gift card. And because I can do that to email. And
That'll
do
be fun.
it'll be a drawing. So like I need right now I'm at 14 members, I think. I'm thinking at 20 members, either 20 or 25. I don't know. I may do 20 on the first one. I put all the names in a little thingy, do it live, see who wins it, and they can send me their email and they get a gift card from Amazon.
Mhm.
I think I want to do that. Make some fun, have some fun giveaways that way. I've talked about making some merch. We've got some fun ideas on that, especially since we changed the channel name.
Yeah.
So
Tonight wasn't exactly what I was expecting, but
we got I got the gist of stuff shared. I think I went into enough detail to prove that Resident Midnight's lying and that Belle is lying and that they were absolutely involved and knew. And
inside purse that you overdrank. Was that what happened that night?
you did it with me when there was only one other person, and the only time this year I overdrank. Yeah,
Me and Brandy were like, "What's going on with Purple
I could tell she had had a
She
rough.
was texting me during the live. Brandy's like, "What's going on?" I'm lost. I'm like, "I don't know. That's
I
not
had no
normally
idea what was going
her."
on. I could just tell she had had a bad day, and it was like, we're just gonna let her talk. It's okay.
I was like, I don't know.
When I
Missing
first,
your fur baby. I've got one right now. I've got a poodle that's almost 14 years old, and she's got cataracts in both eyes, and they won't do surgery because of her age, and she's got some other health issues going on that I can't even talk about on this live because I haven't told my kids yet. And there's the days coming soon that we're gonna have to talk about, have that hard conversation.
I think we're at that point with Molly too. Molly's 13.
And I know some people don't believe in putting them down, but I will not let her suffer in pain.
Right, that's what we are with Molly. Which Molly, because of what she has going on, she has like hardly any hair left. She eats. She's not playing with her toy as much. We potty pads down because she just she can't see. So when I take her out, she'll sit on the porch. Like today, I looked up and she's wandering in the yard. I'm like, oh Lord! So I go out there, and sure enough, she's headed to the road. Doesn't know where she's at. I had to get her to follow my voice back.
That's Emma.
So when what we have said is when we notice she's not eating, we'll have her put down.
Emma eats. She drinks.
Well, Munchkin did. Munchkin, that they had told me because he had a heart condition, and they said 6 months. Well, a year later, he was still alive, and they said just watch when they start getting where they're not getting around, they're not playing, they're not acting like normal. You'll know. Well, he was still eating and trying to play with everybody. It was just all of a sudden that night is when his heart started giving us issues, and he died in my arms the next day. So I just watch them. But with Molly, Molly was a rescue, and she was fairly blind at birth anyways. So we just watch her. We just you know, I know the time will come.
I mean, you were still the only one that knows all of Emma's conditions. I still ain't even.
You haven't told him?
I can't.
Well, we better
It's
shut up because Chase may be listening.
no. I know where he's at tonight. He's not here.
He won't go watch the replay.
Not if it starts off a drama. He'll be like, F this. No.
And it was some active drama.
Especially it being about racism and, Des is his girl.
Yes, Nicolette, it is just, I started to do that kind of rescue, and my husband absolutely, the only time he's ever really put his foot down was that, because I mourn so harsh when it comes to animals, that he's like, yeah, I'm not doing that every time we have to put one down. No, you're not doing it. Nope. So he has never let me do that. That's the only thing. Like anything else, he may say no and then he gives in. That's the only thing. He is adamantly no.
I had just cut me and Brandy was having an issue. I don't even remember what it was about now, but we were having one of our normal button heads about something. And I had just come from the vet and I got on the phone with her and I was like, you're going to have to give me grace. I just found out about my dog. So just give me a minute. And I was just breaking down.
Yeah, it was like, okay, hold on, back up.
I literally had just got home. But no, I still haven't told him. Emma's older than Mason, and Mason's our grandbaby. Mason doesn't know life without Emma. So she doesn't know she don't know she's a poodle. She thinks she's human. She gets Christmas gifts. She's got stockings. She's got a plate. She's got more clothes than most kids. So
I literally brought PetSmart had toys on sale, so I brought toys in yesterday. And
Emma won't play with dog toys. She thinks she's too good for that.
Well, mine got their stuffies. They're the stuffies with the squeakers in them. So far they have lasted 24 hours. We don't have stuffing everywhere, so hey, that's a win. The ones that I got from Tractor Supply 2 weeks ago are still in good condition. I'm kind of surprised which one of them have hidden, but
see, we already had an issue with Emma back when she was six or seven. I got her one of those pig ears from Tractor Supply, and she ended up in the emergency vet. It splintered, and my vet said, "Don't ever give them pig ears."
Yeah.
And my dogs loved them.
For the small ones, they can be very dangerous.
And they ended up having to do surgery, but she had a reaction on the table because she had an allergic reaction to the anesthesia.
Well, that's why I've never had Molly spayed. I just pampered her diapers on her and we keep her completely isolated, because we were always afraid with the different conditions that she wouldn't do anesthesia. And even now she's got it's a tumor up underneath her on her chest by her leg that opened. And so I just keep it clean and put medicine on it and keep it bandaged when I need to. And I'm like, they're going to want to do things and I just don't want to. I just don't. I just want her to live happy.
Thanks, Steph, for being here. There was a lot to deal with tonight.
Thank you, Steph. I love you.
Brandy had a lot to get off her mind in the second half. In the first half, I didn't even know what I was walking. I didn't even know Bree was going to be here.
Well, I had said she could, and then I wasn't sure because I never really heard back from her. And so I was just going to start out talking about all of them if she come in and wanted to share. And then so she messaged me and I said, yeah, that's fine. I'm still good with it. And that went insane. But I mean, I'm going to stand with what I said. I mean, Starlight had a good point. No side is wrong for how they're hearing it, because it did sound bad. But in the end, and like we told Bree, you're just going to quit defending yourself on it and just move on, because it just gets worse.
And that's most situations. I mean, there's an old saying, I forget who says it, that if you defend yourself, you'll be the only one defending you. Like when you defend yourself, nobody else is going to step up and defend you, which Bree had a lot of people here tonight defending her. I was proud to see that she had people that loved her.
Sometimes defending yourself makes you look guilty. And that's why they're always like, you need to prove this. Well, you can't prove a negative. And so just like with the email thing, the only thing I can prove is when I was there and what I've said. And they didn't want that proof. Then they want to say all these other things. Well, they're fucking lying because it never happened. And
So I knew Fancy had a lot on her plate today, so I sent her South Park character.
oh, did you?
I was like, here, have a giggle. I didn't do nothing with it. I was going to do a whole South Park animation with all the characters. Remember that? I was going to do every one of us. And I was going to do an animation like South
you know
Park.
what? At this point, go make some funny AIs about all of us. It's fine.
Well, I was trying to, like, I was going through each one of the characters, and it's kind of hard because, you know, it's just kind of hard to get a likeness in those type of characters. So. But I had to get up at 3:30. So
I need to call my husband back, and I got to go put chickens up and set my coon trap. I found how the coon got in, by the way.
oh, did you?
Yes, the top where the top connects to the side pulled loose, and it went in there. So I went out and fixed that this afternoon. And
Thanks, Tracy.
Tracy,
I loved my AIs, but I knew if I was going to call this truce, I needed to stand by it and take them down. I've had several people though message me and be like, I was going to show so-and-so this, and where is it?
I've never seen it either, so I'm clueless when she's talking about it, and she gets so giddy, and I'm just completely
South Park?
Yes, I've never seen it.
I love those mean little boys.
I think it's
I
because
love
I
those
did The
mean boys.
Simpsons, and I hate them too. So I've just never watched it. But I'm encouraging her to make one of us all, and just let's have some fun. And I think if everybody knows it's happening and it's all in good fun and everybody's equal, I think it'll be okay. Because we all love those stinking silly videos.
Animation's hard though.
Yeah.
Animation's a lot harder than the AI.
I still think you need to go with Ryan's thing, and you know, you're AI girl and I'm wine girl, and just have some superhero characters.
AIs, it's just fun. You can get, I mean, like a lot of people just use the like phone apps, but when you start getting to the software, you can really dig down and do some fun stuff. If you got a creative brain, it's endless.
Tracy, how is your week going? Did you get some answers? I meant to message you today. I need to message you because I have a thought on some things, and it's something you can answer.
I can't believe y'all have never seen South Park.
I've never seen South Park. Nope.
Chase can do an awesome Cartman. Do you even know who Cartman is?
No, I don't know any of it.
Oh, Lord.
Homer's cussing in the series. I have not watched it. I have not.
Be nice. Be nice. Oh, it's the cat. Go get the cat. Go get the cat. We got tigers in our house. I know. I can't believe she's never seen South Park.
Yeah, I've never seen South Park.
I wouldn't let my kids watch it growing up. I wouldn't let them watch it. I'd go in the bedroom, shut the door.
Nicoley, evidently I finally made the hate train because they made one of me today with Fancy. And technically she's really pretty and she has great boobs. So hey, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not really sure what they were trying to say with it, but I guess I made it.
These two are tigers. I don't know what breed they are. They're something coon something.
Maine Coon.
Yeah, their feet are bigger than the poodles. And they're still just babies. They're huge. I'm not a cat person. I tolerate them when I'm at Amber's house.
Mama Dragon moment, please. Yes. What do we need? What does Mama Dragon need to do?
I'm Mama Dragon. Brandy and her dragons.
I love my dragons. Like I was talking about something about, wishing something about dragons, and Dave's my husband. I love it. He just dashes my hopes. He said, baby, that's because dragons never existed. I'm like, oh, shame on you. Don't be blasphemy like that.
Oh, come on. Dragons existed. I mean, witches existed, wizards existed, aliens, dragons, all that make believe stuff. It really existed.
He's over there trying to, like, I told him I need a pet dragon, and he's like, babe, they don't exist. What, family? A dragon, damn it! I had a dragon as a kid, y'all. I was
You what?
I did. My imaginary friend was a dragon, and
Oh,
my mom would have to feed him matches, and we would be getting in the car, and I would throw a fit because she was shutting his tail in the door, and so she'd have to let him in. Like, it was a full on thing. They'd have to get him another chair at the restaurant, and
that's so you.
oh yeah, it was. Mom said that was the funniest shit. I remember little pieces of it, but yeah, it was about a year's worth of this imaginary friend.
I have a bearded dragon. I have its whole setup. We got it a long time ago. I mean, like, he's got a condo. I mean, and I just wish there was someone that would take him because they're so expensive to feed.
They are. I have one, and I need to find somebody I just don't have the time.
Yeah, I just wish I knew somebody that knew about them. Like when they're shedding, you need to make sure their nose plugs come out, and somebody that actually has some experience with dragons, not just leave it in a cage and feed it and think that that's good enough. I had him almost a year before somebody told me, did you check its nose plugs? I'm like, what nose plugs? And they took tweezers in there and unclogged its nose. I had no clue that stayed in its nose. No clue. They said every time it sheds, you have to help them. I'm like, I didn't know that. They did exist.
They do. I still look, here's my imaginary part of my brain, y'all. I still think they're here, and they're in this other realm of the stratosphere.
Right. They're driving her to the edge for her to take her own life. What's funny about that? Well, not funny. What is disgusting about that is, and I'm not going to call no names here because I don't think it's proper to, but one of those people had talked to me about their own struggles with self-unaliving for them to be involved in trying to push someone to take their own life.
And never once say, oh, that's not a good idea. We don't need to do that.
Nobody said, wait a minute, this is going too far. Nobody. And that tells you all you need to know. So I don't care anything they do or say. It doesn't matter.
LM Dragon, I am very sorry about your friend. My nephew unalived himself 3 years ago. So, it's hard. Yes, like Pete's Dragon, because that's my favorite movie and show. The old original and the new one. Love it. I actually have the Pete's Dragon from Build-A-Bear. But then again, I also have all of the dragon characters from How to Train a Dragon from Build-A-Bear. I might have a Build-A-Bear fetish. They used to know. I haven't been to the Build-A-Bear in a while. They used to know me by name and said that I was more fun than the kids that came in there. So there's that.
Listen, if y'all like those kind of movies, I just took Mason to see The Wild Robot.
I want to go see that. It looks really cute.
It is. I love because I love the AI and the animation and all that stuff. I love to watch those movies and watch them in the way that they I can't even explain what I'm looking for. I just look at so much more than just the movie. But that movie was, as a mother, it was more for mothers than it was for the kids. It was more for mothers than it was for kids. I'm telling you it was. Me and Amber walked out of there, both of us squalling like babies, and the kids laughing at us. Amber's like, it just shows you should treat your mother better. And I looked at her and I'm like, yeah. She's like, shut up, Mom. But I've got to go. It's almost 9 o'clock here.
A few years ago, I was in a really bad place, and I was cutting myself, and we were at the spot of having me committed. And I have a friend that works for 911 here. Or no, she's not a friend anymore. She was a friend then. And I messaged and I said, hey, what's the easiest way to be committed? I am really in a bad spot and we're scared. And she told me what to do. And I said, thank you. And the next thing I know, it was the next day, she had posted on Facebook, Instagram, and a couple other social medias that I was nothing but a drama queen seeking attention and blah, 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 and shared our conversation. Mind you, this person had been going through their own struggles that way, and I was always there for them. And I lost my shit. And I told her, you know, I'm strong and I'm open. I had gotten to a really good place and I was okay. And I mean, it took a bit, but when I come out of all of that, I told her, fuck you. If because of you, if I'm ever in that place again, who knows if I'll ever reach out again to anybody, because you reached out to you and you used it against me. So I have a really hard time when it comes to people acting that way. When anytime I have been fighting with Fancy, in 2020, we had been fighting and I was worried about her because I knew people were egging her on that way. And that was why I reached out to her then and repaired the friendship. So I just don't play that ever with anybody, ever. My own worst enemy. I mean, I'm going to reach out and make sure you're okay, because it's just not okay. Thank you, LM Dragon.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mary. But anyways, we'll get off of here, guys. Y'all have a good week. We got to figure out what Kendall's working. They're trying to kill her at work. So, but I would love to talk Menendez brothers because there's so much happening.
Yeah, I avoided the phone today and they just called my daughter. All right, guys, I appreciate it.
Well, y'all have a good night, and we will see y'all soon. I don't know when yet, but see you soon. Have a good night, guys.
We about to turn it on.